Okay, perfect. Keep going, Gwen. Someone in here has pre-trip.
All right. Everyone, please be seated. Please be seated. You. Good afternoon. You here by yourself?
You here by yourself? All right, I'll work with you on that. Good afternoon, everybody. This is the 5 o'clock calendar. It's February 24th, 2025. The court orders for taking of DNA and fingerprints that were given on the first calendar of this month shall apply to all matters on this calendar. When you come up to the podium, behind the podium, give me your name and your date of birth. I'm not going to list all your release conditions. They'll be your responsibility. It'll be on your paperwork to read it and understand it. At minimum, they'll all say, no drugs without a valid prescription, and not to drive without a valid driver's license. If I said a security appearance bond, you can go to a bondsman. It's my understanding they take collect calls. Some of their numbers are on some walls here in the jail, but if you can't find it or need help, you can ask one of the officers to get that information. All right. All right, let's start with Veronica Lopez. Your name and date of birth, please.
July 6, 1983.
And your name?
Veronica Lopez.
Okay, you're here on a probation violation warrant. Give me 1 second here. Yeah, you're on probation from possession of drug paraphernalia. I appointed a lawyer for you. You're alleged to have violated terms 3 and 5. You're not to possess any weapons, no drugs without a valid prescription, no possession or consumption of alcohol. Your next court date will be at 201 West Jefferson on March 3rd at 8:30 in the morning. You're also, if you get out, contact your probation office in 72 hours or release. Another judge set bond for you in the amount of $300 security appearance bond. Step to your left, please.
Thank you.
Kelvin Gomez.
Hi, Kelvin Gomez, July 10, 1998.
Okay, sir, you're here on a warrant on a failure to return rental property, Class 5 felony. Now, you don't show any, right now there hasn't been any holds out of Virginia. Who has the paperwork? Do you show anything from Virginia? Okay, sir, you also have supposedly an extraditable warrant from Virginia. So, I'm going to make a decision now on something, but they may put a fugitive justice hold on you from Virginia, and it could be after this calendar is over with. So just be forewarned, okay?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I want to know what that was. I've never even.
I'm just telling you, it's just what's showing, okay? Let me just double check, so I'm not attributing it to somebody else. Interesting. I don't see it right now. Hope I didn't put it down for the wrong person. No. Just give me a little more time. I just want to make sure, I have the right person. you know, I might have written that information on the wrong place for somebody else, okay? So, anyway, let's go back into this. I know it's at the Form 4. That's where I got it from, okay? Said you had a confirmed felony warrant out of Maricopa County we have there, and a fully extraditable warrant out of Virginia, and they even gave you the case number. Okay, I knew I got it from somewhere, okay? I just wanted to make sure I wasn't, okay. Anyway, so I appointed a lawyer for you. You're going to have your next court date at 175 West Madison Street on March 3rd, 2025 at 8:30 in the morning. I also want to double check something else, give you an idea, since you're just shaking your head when I mentioned about the warrant. I think it's 2022. Okay.
It's from 2022?
From the Virginia. Okay. You don't have to say anything, but I'm just telling you. Just trying to give you as much information I have, because reading the whole number won't do you any much good.
Yeah.
Okay. That's my guessing their numbering system. That might be something similar to ours. Might be. Okay. You're not to initiate contact with alleged victim or victims. You're not to initiate contact with alleged complainant or witness. No drugs without a valid prescription. I said a security appearance bond of $250. Okay, so if you push a bond, make sure you show up for court. All right. Step to your left.
Okay. So you don't.
Sarah Carrillo.
Sarah Carrillo, 2787.
227? Okay. All right. You're here on a new case out of Superior Court, possession of narcotic drugs, Class 4 felony. Excuse me, dangerous drugs, Class 4 felony. And your next court date, and don't lose your paperwork, is 175 West Madison Street on March 11th at 8:30, and a witness from the hearing at this time scheduled for March 13th. No drugs without a valid prescription. Now, you can get a packet from the officer. Read it carefully. You'll be responsible for contacting pretrial services and making sure you get the drug testing. There'll also be a warrant, because I'm going to release you to pretrial services, and you'll be out in a few hours, okay? So
Thank you.
make sure you understand that and you keep in compliance with them and get your drug testing.
Thank you.
Israel Placencia Ufacio.
Israel Placencia, 092795.
You probably didn't have much, you weren't probably very aware when you were born, so that's understandable. Is your mother's last name Ufacio?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Sir, you've got two matters before me. One is a warrant out of the Country Meadows Justice Court, and the other one, you've got a new case out of University Lakes. Okay, let's do the one from University Lakes Justice Court. It's racing or exhibition of speed, Class 1 misdemeanor. I can't appoint a lawyer due to the nature of the charge. You're due there on March 11th at 1:30. The address will be on your paperwork. And I'm releasing you on your own recognizance. Be smart so you don't have to spend more time here. Because the state was thinking about trying to bump it up to a felony. Okay, so you might want to consider that. All right.
Okay.
The other one is a warrant out of the Country Meadows Justice Court. And I think you failed to pay. So my suggestion is start getting some money together, because they wanted a bond of almost $3,400.
Yeah.
But I'm going to release you on your own recognizance. Show up for court and start bringing them money.
Okay.
So they'll be a lot happier, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
because this case is going on for a while, you know what I mean? They issued
Yeah.
that warrant 2 years ago, almost. So be smart, okay, and show up at both courts, okay?
Okay.
You'll be getting out in a few hours, okay?
Okay.
Malik Parks,
Malik Parks, 6/14/2001.
all right, so you got a warrant at the Manny C Justice Court. Once again, your address will be on your paperwork. Make sure you make it there on a DUI and a DUI drugs metabolite, both class 1 misdemeanors. I am appointing a lawyer for you. They want a bond of, actually, give me 1 second in regard to that. Yeah. So you actually haven't appeared on that before, right? On this charge? You haven't appeared on this charge before at the
No.
justice court?
I-
No, it's all right.
I called him.
I'm just telling, the reason is I am going to appoint a lawyer for you, okay? Give me a second here. You're not to possess any drugs without a valid prescription. Your next court date will be March 12th at 10:30 at the Manny C Justice Court, and I'll release you on your own recognizance. So make sure you show up, okay?
Okay,
Yeah, I understand. No, the reason it was just whether I appoint an attorney for you. That's the only reason I asked you that.
okay.
Okay?
Thank you.
Okay. Emone Berry.
Barry.
Hood off, though.
You're good, Don.
Sorry about that.
No problem. And you catch up on your sleep, by the way, tonight, and I'll explain to you why in a second. All right, your name and date of birth, please.
Imani Berry, 8994.
Okay, you have a warrant out of the Moon Valley Justice Court, unknowing display, false license plate. They wanted a $500 bond plus a warrant fee, okay? I can't appoint a lawyer for you. Your next court date is March 14th at 10 o'clock in the morning at the Moon Valley Justice Court. Your address will be in your paperwork. May I suggest showing up for the court on March 14th? Because unless you enjoyed your time here, because if you don't show up there, you're back here. And for this type of ticket, you don't want to be spending all this time here, do you?
No.
So I'll release you on your own recognizance. You'll be down in a few hours, and then you can go home and sleep. Okay?
All right, thank you.
Dustin at CYR.
It's Dustin Reynolds here.
Wait to get to the microphone. Okay.
Dustin Reynolds here, 8/24/2000.
I thought it was going to be Sear, but I didn't want to butcher it, so let's play it safe. All right, sir, you have a warrant at the East Mesa Justice Court. The address will be on your paperwork. Disorderly conduct, class 1 misdemeanor. Your next court date will be March 12th at 9 o'clock in the morning at the East Mesa Justice Court. Actually, I may have to change that. I'm sorry. Hold on 1 second. Yeah, you've been arrested quite a few times on this case. Like the warrant from last November. I'm amending it, by the way, so. Sir, are you working?
I was, yes.
Okay. going to appoint a lawyer for you. You're not to initiate contact with any alleged victim or victims. No drugs without a valid prescription. Sir, because you have so many failures to appear, but I am going to, this is 6th warrant. They wanted a $500 bond. I'm reducing it to $200 secured appearance bond. You post a bond, you better show off. You understand?
Can I show you this?
What? You can show it to give it to the officer, and he can show it to me. Okay, and that's, oh, that's in Payson.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you released there, right?
Yes.
It doesn't change the fact you've had 6 warrants on this one case. All right? I said I'm still giving you the benefit by reducing the bond from 500 to 200.
Am I getting released?
If you post your bond. Step to the left, please. Richard Calvary. All right, so your name and date of birth, please.
Richard Calvary, 9959.
Okay, you got a warrant of Superior Court, and on the charges of 2 Class 4s, possession of dangerous drugs, possession of narcotic drugs, and a Class 6 possession of drug paraphernalia. You already have an attorney on the case, and I have to change one thing, by the way, on this also.
I missed my court date because I was in the hospital with a heart attack.
Which question, sir?
I said the reason why I didn't appear for court, I had a heart attack. I was in the hospital.
Yeah, what?
I was in the hospital. I had a heart attack. That's why I couldn't make my court appearance.
Okay, let's
I
look at
could
this,
get
by
some
the
heart
way.
failure.
Give me a second, okay? When'd you have your heart attack?
It's been 2 months. I got 2 stents in me.
What?
I got 2 stents in me.
16th?
2 stents. They had to put in 2 stents.
I know, but when was that?
Month and a half ago.
Month and a half ago.
Yes, last month I was in the hospital again.
So when did you go in the hospital?
I was just at the hospital last night.
No, before, when you had the stents put in, where they had the heart attack.
That would have been a month ago.
A month ago. You know when they issued the warrant? November 18th.
I didn't know when they issued the warrants.
Okay, just want to point that out to you, sir. You say you didn't know anything about it? Okay, let's look at this. On November 4th, you actually in this court, not in front of me, and you were released to pretrial services.
Yes, sir.
Supervision, and you were directed to go to court on November 19th.
Yes, sir.
And you know what? And
I was in the hospital.
and so you knew about it.
I know about it, yes, but I was in the
You
hospital with a heart
didn't show.
attack.
No, but you just told me you were in a...
No, the
sir.
day of my court appearance, I was in the hospital. I had a heart attack on the 19th, yes.
Okay, sir, you already told me about...
I just been in the hospital last night, too. The heart
I
attack.
understand that, but you didn't show up on November, and you said you went to the hospital a month ago. You had the heart attack a month ago.
But I just
Step
had
to
a
your
heart
left,
attack
please.
last night.
Step to your left. Rolanda Acosta.
He's the house call commissioner.
Oh, I didn't, I could have sworn it's...
Refresh your screen.
I did. Oh, that's why. No, I have my. That's why I sort of out of order. I refreshed it, but it didn't. I didn't hit it properly, I guess. Okay. Diane Honey.
David Honey, 11/17/98.
Okay, sir, you've got a new case for unlawful flight from a law enforcement vehicle. I know you have 3 failures to appear. I'm going to follow the state's recommendation, by the way, in regard to release. Your charges are unlawful flight from a law enforcement vehicle and one count of aggravated DUI, class, both are felonies. I appointed attorney for you. You'll have your status conference at 175 West Madison Street on March 3rd at 8:30, and a witness preliminary hearing on March 5th at 8:30. Right? You're not to possess or consume any alcohol. Bond set in the amount of sir, I'm actually reducing the bond on you to $2,500 instead of $7,500, which you originally was going to do. All right. So if you post your bond, you better show up for court. All right. Step to your left, please. Juan Navarrete Lopez. Your name and date of birth, please.
Juan Navarrete, 2881.
Okay, sir. You have a probation, two matters before me. One is a probation violation, CR 2022-138347. You're on it for a class 4 felony.
Your Honor, I got a paperwork right there stating that I was dismissed from the probation for that violation.
Right. All right. Give it the officer the paperwork. I'll take a look at it. Thank you. Yeah, because they filed a petition to revoke your release today. Thank you, officer. All right, so that answers your question. So I'm appointing a lawyer for you. You're alleged to have violated term 1. Your revocation arraignment hearing will be on March 3rd at 8:30 at 201 West Jefferson. You're not to possess any weapons, no drugs without a valid prescription. You can't possess or consume any alcohol. If you get out, contact your probation officer within 72 hours. Bond has been set in the amount of $500 security appearance bond on that. Now, in your new case you have here, you have the charges of possession of dangerous drugs, possession of a weapon by a prohibited person, and possession of narcotic drugs, all class 4 felonies. I would tell you the state was asking for $25,000 bond. I'm appointing a lawyer for you. You obviously, if you get out, contact your probation officer in 72 hours. No weapons, no alcohol, no drugs without a valid prescription. Your court date for this will be March 3rd at 8:30, and witness preliminary hearing on March 5th. But that'll be at 175 West Madison Street. So initially, they're going to be at the same time in 2 different places. So you'll talk to your lawyer about that. It could probably be combined at one point. But I'm setting bond the amount of $10,000 security appearance bond. Step to your left. Roy Manuel.
Roy Manuel, date of birth is 06/10/03.
All right, sir. You're hearing 2 bench warrants and 1 probation violation. Let's talk about the 2 bench warrants first. CR 2022-141712. Bench warranted on unlawful flight from a law enforcement vehicle, class 5 felony. You already have a lawyer. Your next court date will be a status conference on March 3rd at 8:30, and a witness preliminary hearing on March 5th at 175 West Madison Street. You can't, no alcohol, no weapons, no drugs without a valid prescription. You get out, contact your probation officer in 72 hours. Your judge set a cash bond of $500 on that one. This brings us to the other one, the CR 2022-030193. Probation for the exact same charge, different times. Same release conditions, same court dates. And your judge also set bond of $500. Looks like you're also on probation in Yavapai County. Now, you're on the probation violation. You're on probation for endangerment of Class 6 felony. I appointed a lawyer for you on that also. And just like with the other gentleman, you're going to have a court date for your revocation arraignment hearing. It's set at the same time, March 3rd at 8:30, but in a different building at 201 West Jefferson. So talk to your lawyer about that. Remind him or her about the fact you also have the probation violation. So I'll probably take you to the new case first, is my guess. You're alleged to have violated terms 1, 15, and 22. If you get out, contact your probation within 72 hours. Same thing about weapons, alcohol, and drugs. Bond has been set in a secured appearance bond in the amount of $6,000. Step to your left, please. Everaldo Gaspar. Your name and date of birth, please.
Geraldo Luis Miguel Gaspar, August 12, 1998.
All right, sir, you have a new charge for possession of dangerous drugs, Class 4 felony, unlawful flight from a law enforcement vehicle, Class 5 felony, and 2 counts of DUI, one of which is having blood alcohol level of 0.08 or more. All right. And I'm appointing a lawyer for you. Your next court date will be March 3rd at 8:30, and a witness from hearing on March 5th at 8:30 at 175 West Madison. No alcohol and no drugs without a valid prescription. Bond has been set in the amount of $5,000 secured appearance bond. Step to your left, please. Roman Enriquez. So your name and date of birth, please.
Roman Gabriel Enriquez, April 29, 1975.
42975?
Yes,
okay. So you're on a probation violation warrant. You alleged to violate terms 4 and 5. I guess, you know, the 2 counts of ag domestic violence charge. I appoint a lawyer for you. You'll be at 201 West Jefferson, also on probation revocation arraignment hearing on March 3rd, 2025. If you get out, contact your probation officer within 72 hours. You can't initiate contact with the victim or victims. Can't possess any weapons. Can't possess any alcohol and no drugs without a valid prescription. Your judge set bond in the amount of $2,000 secured appearance bond. Step to your left, please. Imari Jenkins. Good afternoon, sir. Name and date of birth, please.
Amari Jaquan Jenkins, August 22nd, 89.
So I just want to make sure he doesn't have any, I know he's wearing the orange shirt. He doesn't have anything else, does he?
No, I'm not seeing anything, Judge.
Nothing? Okay, thank you. All right. Sometimes do it for other reasons. Okay. You know, nothing appropriate, okay? But I like people to understand what they might be facing, something could be coming down, that type of thing.
Okay.
All right. You have 2 probation violations, 2016 142109, 2017 001304. And one is aggravated DUI, then one I didn't write it down, but anyway, your judge set bond in the amount of $2,000 secured appearance bond for both, so a total of $4,000. Make sure if you get out, contact your probation officer within 72 hours, and don't initiate contact with a, I'm sorry, hold on one second. Let's start all over again.
Can I say something, Your Honor?
No, yeah, 1 second. That wasn't the amount. Your alleged to violate terms 1, 4, and 7. I do appoint a lawyer for you. The court date will be March 3rd. No weapons, no drugs, without valid prescription, no alcohol, and you have to contact your probation officer within 72 hours. I will tell you, sir. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
I didn't catch a new charge, Judge.
A little louder.
I didn't catch a new charge. My probation was being switched from Pinell County back to Maricopa.
Well, it might have been a courtesy supervision.
Yeah, I guess that's what.
That's what happens. Okay. But you were on probation. This happened in Yavapai.
In Maricopa City.
Maricopa, and they.
So Pinell County.
I think I may have read something about it. I don't want to say for sure. And for the probation violation, they sent it back here, I believe.
Yes.
I think that's what it was. Okay. So your total bond between the two is $4,000 secured appearance bond. But if you get out, make sure you contact your probation officer within 72 hours.
And secured appearance, that's...
What?
Can I go through the bondsman through the security appearance?
Oh, yeah. Security appearance bond, you can go through the bondsman. Okay? But then if you get out, make sure you contact the probation officer, because if you don't, then you're back to square one. Okay? All right, step to your left, please. Nathan Noyes. And so your name and date of birth, please.
Nathan Noyes, February 23rd, 1986.
You got a bench warrant out of Superior Court on Class 4 possession of dangerous drugs, Class 6 possession of drug paraphernalia. You already have a lawyer on the case. Your next court date will be court dates will be at 175 West Madison Street at 8:30 for a status conference on March 3rd, and a witness film hearing 2 days later on March 5th. No drugs without a valid prescription. Your judge said bond the amount of $1,000 secured appearance bond. All right, step to your left, please. Lionel Jensen. And sir, if you want to lean against the podium, I will not be offended, okay? You can lean against the podium when you stand here.
Okay.
If it makes you more comfortable, I understand the situation, okay?
All right.
All right.
Mr. Fine.
I know you have the crutches, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Whatever makes you more comfortable.
Okay. Lionel Jensen, 5178.
Okay, sir, you got a bench warrant out of Superior Court, possession of narcotic drugs, Class 4, possession of drug paraphernalia, Class 6. You already have a lawyer. You'll be at a status conference at 175 West Madison on March 6th at 8:30. No drugs without a valid prescription, and your judge said bond a secured appearance bond of $500.
It's still the same?
$500 secured appearance bond.
Okay.
Step to your left, please. Erica Garcia.
Erica Garcia, 7/28/1986.
All right, you got 3 matters before me. Let's start with the new case, which is, can we get down to that? It's 2025-108896. You got a charge of organized retail theft, a Class 4 felony, and possession of drug paraphernalia. Possession of dangerous drugs, Class 4 felony. I appointed a lawyer for you. You'll be at 175 West Madison at 8:30 for a status conference on March 3rd, and a witness public hearing on March 5th at 8:30. You can't return to the scene of the alleged crime, initiate contact with the alleged complainant or witnesses, and your bond is set in the amount of $500. The state was asking for $750. Then you have an arrest warrant, CR 2024-148943, possession of dangerous drugs. Once again, appoint a lawyer for you. Same court date, same place. The bond is going to be $100, secured appearance bond. And then on the Justice Court case at West Mesa Justice Court, the address will be in your paperwork. 2024-148943 on shoplifting. And your arraignment will be at the West Mesa Justice Court on February 27th at 8:30 in the morning. They wanted a $500 bond. I've reduced it to $100. You can't return to the scene of the alleged crime or initiate contact with the alleged complainant or witness. Okay, so step to your left, please.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
So how much do I need in order to get out today?
If you post your bonds. Yeah.
And how much is that total? Because I have cancer and my disability is
Okay,
pending.
1 second. You want me to ask me a question? Okay. Your total bond is 100, 200, $700 secured appearance bond. All right, step to your left, please. I guess the only one left is the house call. And the reason for him being a house call?
He's being disruptive.
Okay. He's got a probation violation warrant. A Class 6 felony. His appointed lawyer for him is revocation arraignment hearing will be March 3rd at 8:30. He's alleged to violate term 7. Another judge set bond for him the amount of $100. Gets out, he has to contact his probation officer 72 hours. No weapons, no alcohol, no drugs without a valid prescription. Does that be it? Very good. Thank you. I'll be down there in a second. Okay.
Hello, hello. Testing, testing.
All right.
All right.
First in the end, officers. A couple of people that are sleeping.
Stand up, guys. Stand up.
Can you hear me? Can everybody hear me?
Just want to get up.
Hello, hello.
She's dead.
Testing,
Oh, he's
testing.
dead? Okay, yes, sir. Bring him out anyway. Please be seated. I'm going to just do the general announcements for the
Drop one,
language
flush
line.
one.
I mean, with the interpreter.
Yeah,
But I can't see her, right?
no, but she is on that.
Okay. I should
You
have to
guys hear me?
identify
Can you
herself
guys
also.
hear me?
She's in,
She's what?
she is.
Okay, the language line, okay, go ahead.
Your Honor, I'm not sure if she can see me, if she's too far away from the screen. I'm asking her if she can see me and she's not responding.
Okay. Oh, we can see her through the glass. Reflection.
Oh, who's that? Who's that? What the? Oh shit, we got a sign language.
Okay, she says she can see me now.
I can see
Okay.
you now. This is gonna be
I
different.
can see you from a reflection on the glass, so I'm going to make a general announcement for everybody, would also include for her also, okay? Good evening, this is the 8 o'clock calendar. It's February 24th, 2025. The announcements regarding fingerprints and DNA samples are announced at the first calendar of this month will apply to this calendar also. When I call your name, you'll stand behind the podium and give me your name and your date of birth. I will not tell you all your release conditions, but they'll be on your paperwork. It'll be your responsibility to read them. If I set a bond as a secured appearance bond, that means you'll be able to go through a bondsman. Their names and numbers are on some of the walls in the jail. If you don't see them, you can ask one of the officers to get you that information. They do take collect calls. At a minimum on your release conditions, it will say no drugs without a valid prescription, and do not drive without a valid driver's license. Okay. All right, we'll start. Ma'am, we're going to start with her right now.
Oh, yeah,
your name and your date of birth, please.
Nikki? January 22nd, 87.
Is your last name Garcia?
Yes.
Okay. Now, do you need the assistance of an American Sign Language interpreter so you can understand what's going on?
No.
Are you able to hear me?
No. Yeah, I'm deaf. I'm completely deaf. Yeah.
Okay.
I can't
So
lip
you-
read. I'm completely deaf.
Okay, so you do need an American Sign Language interpreter so you can understand the proceedings.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so I will appoint the Office of the Court Interpreter so you will always have a American Sign Language interpreter during the proceedings in your case.
Okay.
Does she have excuse me, sorry, does she have a holdout as Phoenix? Does she have a holdout of Phoenix?
Yeah, well, yeah, Phoenix. You got Phoenix, says Phoenix misdemeanor court in the morning.
Phoenix tomorrow morning then, right? Okay. It's my understanding you have a warrant out of Phoenix Municipal Court, and you will see a judge about that tomorrow morning. All right. In Superior Court, you have a bench warrant because you failed to appear on the following charges.
Hey, thank you, Amber. Highly appreciate that.
Possession of narcotic drugs, a Class 4 felony. Possession of a dangerous drug, a Class 4 felony. False reporting to law enforcement, a Class 1 misdemeanor. And criminal trespass in the 3rd degree, a Class 3 misdemeanor. You already have an attorney to represent you. Your next court dates will both be at 175 West Madison Street in Phoenix at 8:30 in the morning. A status conference on March 3rd and a witness preliminary hearing on March 5.
The judge is talking.
You're not to possess any drugs without a valid prescription. And your judge set bond in the amount of $500 secured appearance bond.
And this is court.
So you will be able to go through a bondsman to try to get out of custody.
The individual that has charges right now that's being heard, they don't know.
I'm going to speak to one of the officers about this. If she wants to, how does she arrange to call a bondsman?
That's a good question.
There's a machine that we give them to put over the ears.
But she's completely deaf.
I don't know what, I'm not, some type of machine.
Okay.
You can't hear the judge?
That probably won't work, but all right. Do you think that you're going to want to go through a bonding
What
company?
about now? Can you hear them now?
No, no.
Okay. All right.
What about now?
At your next court date, you'll probably, or before, you'll be...
I'm homeless. I live on the street, so no.
Okay.
No?
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
You'll
okay.
be talking to your lawyer, and your lawyer will give you advice.
How come nobody said nothing? How come you guys didn't tell me nothing? I would have plugged it in. Flush it, bro.
Do you have any questions before I let you go? Or go back to the other room?
I can read ASL. That's what's up.
No, I just feel like I'm in danger. And I don't know, for something, I don't know what to tell you.
You wanted us to learn sign language. Might as well.
I'm just worried. I'm just having a hard time.
Okay. Well, you let your feelings be. You've let your feelings be known, so the officers can always communicate that if they can. Have you been able to understand the interpretation from our interpreter here today?
Yes.
Very good. Anything else?
So basically, I'm not being released, right?
No, the only way you'll be released at this point is if you post a bond. Your lawyer can make an application to your assigned judge to see if the judge will consider lowering the bond or releasing you from custody. The reason that bond was set was because you did not show up for court as you were supposed to do.
Yeah, I couldn't show up.
Right. Okay.
Hey, what were the charges? I missed them. Anybody that caught them, can you guys let me know what they were? I'm checking right now. Give me a moment.
Okay, yeah, I totally forgot about it.
Okay. All right. Once you go back to the room, the officer will take you back there.
judge should let her go. I wasn't on
Ma'am,
Diddy
thank you for the
here.
interpret. Thank you very much. We appreciate all your time.
You're
Felony.
welcome. Have a good
She
night.
got a
Okay,
felony, but I'm
you
not sure
too.
for what.
Okay.
Bye.
There was a laundry list.
It helped having that reflection, by the way.
I don't know.
So I can see when
We're all
she's done.
confused right now
It worked out.
with the whole.
Okay. I don't know if you'd have that
all right,
during
cool.
the day. I don't know if you'd have that during the day, reflection. You would? Okay. Abdiel Ramos.
Okay. What's up, fam? How you been? That's right. What up? What up? How's it going? Hey, thank you. Highly appreciate that, Tara.
What's up, sir? All right. Your name and date of birth.
Abdiel Ramos, March 22nd, 1991.
Okay, sir, you have two charges before me. One, you have a new case, and one, you have an arrest warrant. In CR 2025-104150,
I was tired.
there was a warrant for you for one count of burglary in the third degree, a class 4 felony. You already have an attorney on that. There's a warrant. You'll next be at 175 West Madison Street for status conference on March 3rd and a witness preliminary hearing on March 5 at 8:30 in the morning. You're not to return to the scene of the alleged crime or initiate contact with the alleged victim or victims. No drugs with a valid prescription. Your judge said bonding amount of $500, secured appearance bond. Now, in the new case, which is 2025-108913, you're charged with robbery, a class 4 felony, and criminal trespass in third degree, a class 3 misdemeanor. Now, because you had your other case, which I mentioned you had the warrant on, which you're appearing for in front of me for, you had your initial appearance on January 25th of 2024. I do find probable cause to believe you committed robbery, the class 4 felony in this case. So pursuant to Rule 7.2b, you will be held without bond.
This is Arizona.
Now, you'll be at 175 West Madison Street for a status conference on February 28th at 8:30, and at this point, a witness preliminary hearing on March 5 at 8:30 in the morning. You'll have an evidentiary hearing on March 3rd at 1:30, and that would be an evidentiary hearing to determine whether bond can be set at that time. Your lawyer will explain that to you. All right, so you have the same lawyer for both cases.
What up, Chip?
All right, step to your left, please.
Bros.
All right, thank you.
Okay. Travis Stewart.
Up next on The Price is Wrong, what do you guys think the next individual is going to be coming up here has done?
I'm sorry, your name and date of birth, please.
Travis Stewart, March 27, 1985.
You also have two matters before
what
this
is he
court.
wearing?
One is in CR 2024-129936. That was a bench warrant, 2 counts of possession of narcotic drugs, 1 count of possession of dangerous drugs, both class 4 felonies. There's 2 class 1 misdemeanors, possession of prescription drug, and criminal trespass in the first degree. You already have a lawyer on that.
Got it.
And your next court dates will be at 175 West Madison Street in Phoenix, March 3rd at 8:30, and witness preliminary hearing on March 5th. And bond was set by your judge, the amount of $500 secured appearance bond. Now, on your new cases, and by the way, I would note on that particular case, you had your initial appearance on October 17th of last year. Your new case is 2025-108932. You have the charge of criminal impersonation, false identification, class 6 felony, and resisting arrest as a class 1 misdemeanor. I do find probable cause to believe you commit the felony of criminal impersonation. I appoint a lawyer for you, and you have some of the same dates, 228 and 35 at 175 West Madison. But after pursuant to Rule 7.2, you will be held without bond, and you also will have that evidentiary hearing on March 3rd at 1:30 at 175 West Madison Street to determine whether the court can set bond. Your lawyer will explain that to you.
So I don't have a bond?
Not at this point. That's what the evidentiary hearing is for, because the Arizona Constitution alleging to committing a new offense while out on felony release. All right, step to your left, please.
The flushes, hey, I gotta
Michael
reserve.
Pusateri.
There's a drought right now. I gotta reserve the flushes right now for some of the heinous crimes, you know, domestic violence, SO offenses, and things of that nature. What up, Drew?
So if
Down?
you
How's
need
it
to lean on
going?
the podium, I see you got a bad leg. You're limping. So if you want to lean on the podium, you're not showing disrespect. I give you any permission to do that.
Thank you.
Make yourself more comfortable, okay?
Thanks.
Okay. Your name and date of birth, please.
It's Michael Pusateri, 11063.
Okay, sir, you may say, what are you here for? Because you're here on an indictment, okay? Oh. And I'm going to explain a little bit about it, okay? Let me first, and I'm appointing a lawyer for you, okay? You're charged of following 3 Class 2 felonies: conspiracy, possession of narcotic drugs for sale, possession of dangerous drugs for sale. 2 Class 3 felonies: illegal control of an enterprise and money laundering, concealing the proceeds. And 2 Class 4 felonies: possession of a weapon by a prohibited person, and possession of use of a weapon and a drug offense. Okay. Now, these are alleged to have occurred in both November of 2022 and October 5th of 2023. And the reason you know about it, because grand jury is a closed proceeding, and the only time you find out about it once it's served on you, which has been done. That's why you wouldn't have known about it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So that's why I like to explain it to people. Okay. And so, you know, as you know, it's anywhere from, you know, more than 2¼ years old, at least with a couple of the charges. Okay? All right. Now, obviously, you're not to possess any drugs without a valid prescription. Your next court date will be for an arraignment hearing, a not guilty arraignment at 175 West Madison Street on March 4th at 8:30 in the morning. Okay? Now, after grand jury indicted you, went before another judge, and another judge said bond for you in the amount of $40,000 cash only bond. So at this point, when you meet with your attorney can always make an application, see if it can be reduced, but no promises in regard to that.
You couldn't reduce it?
Right now, we make a policy of not changing grand jury proceedings.
What does it mean, cash only?
Pardon?
What does it mean by cash only? I can't get a bondsman?
No, you can't go for a bondsman. You'd have to be cash only.
And when is...
Oh, shit.
$40,000.
Pardon me?
It's $40,000, but that's what I said. Your lawyer can always bring an application in your assigned court to see if that can be reduced.
Damn, his goose is...
But that won't be until when?
March 4th.
His goose is cooked.
Okay.
Which is next week?
Yes.
Don't worry,
Right.
February only has 28 days. So you're
Mark
good.
Hawkinson.
Up next on The Price is Wrong. Yeah, came in strongly like he was hard. Like he had some pep in his step.
Mark Allen Hawkinson, 6990.
Yours actually, you had a bond. Your bonding company surrendered you. I don't know if you knew that. I assume you knew that, right?
Yeah, I mean, they said I had to just come through and get back out because the bond was going to refinance.
Yeah, it was basically, they said you didn't follow the terms and conditions of your bonding company.
Well,
one second, let me.
Yeah.
A couple things I have to
Sure,
read for that. So let me just
You ain't right, Michael. You ain't right.
go into that first.
Hey, buddy, thank you for the like. Highly
It's
appreciate
really nothing
that.
magical. So if I don't find it very quickly, I'll just speak the obvious. Okay.
Yeah.
Good old MCSO Maricopa. I don't know what the rest of it stands for. He's definitely on something because I don't know if you guys noticed, but he's flinching around and stuff. He's acting very funny, very strange, if you will. Very interesting, like my wife would say.
Charges: arson, Class 3, prohibited weapon, manufacturing, possession or sale, Class 4 felony, possession of dangerous drugs, Class 4, and possession of drug paraphernalia, Class 6. You already have a lawyer on that, by the way, and can't return to the scene of alleged crime, etc. And your next court dates will be at 175 West Madison Street, status conference on March 3rd, and witness preliminary hearing on March 5, 8:30. If you postpone, make sure you show up. So anyway, let's see.
Can I talk?
I just want to go over certain things.
Yeah, sure.
I'll give you a chance in a second.
Okay, thank you.
Don't worry about that. You already have an attorney on the case. so I don't make any more finding. So, go ahead now. Now it's probably
Okay, the ankle monitor I had. So the bail bondsmen, they dropped me off because somebody picked it. I guess it was ringing. It was like vibrating or something like that. And I was it wasn't dead, but it was. I guess it can call you. And I didn't know that, but it didn't. It wasn't speaking. And
okay, one thing. Yeah, well, let's put this way. Did they put the ankle bracelet on you, or did the pretrial services do it?
No, it wasn't pretrial services.
It was the bonding company.
Yeah, yes.
That's what I figured.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I got no new charges, and there wasn't really anything wrong with it.
Okay.
So I was seeing if I was going. If I'm
this
going
applies
back
to
out.
everybody, by the way.
Yeah.
I always recommend to people, even though you have the right to speak, since everything is being recorded, not to talk about the facts of the case tonight, because the prosecutors could always get a copy of the recording.
Yeah.
So keep that in mind, okay? All I'm doing, sir, is reinstating the previous bond of $25,000 security appearance bond, so you can go to a bonding company.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah. So if the bond wasn't like taken off, would it put it back on afterwards?
You're almost talking like it's a light switch.
Because they didn't.
No, it's this way. They surrendered to you. Doesn't mean you can't go to, say, different bonding company and getting a bond.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought they.
That's what you mean.
I thought they were just putting me in there and I had to get back out. Just because I was unsure about because I had an ankle monitor, but I paid the bond, and I had no idea why they put me in here.
What is he doing in his pocket? What is he playing? Pocket pool or what? What's up with his hand now? Like every movement that he makes is very strange.
No, you can't be OR'd, but I'm saying you. I'm resetting the original bond, so you can go to the bond.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Step 2 left, please.
All right.
That wasn't a good one. What are you
Jesse,
doing?
Sturzik?
What's in your pocket? What, you got lint in there? Knock it off. He's off the rugs, right? Very jumpy. Very suspect.
Good evening,
Right,
sir.
Your name and date of birth, please.
Jesse James Sturzik, 21885.
Okay.
He laughing out loud. Twitter.
You're here on the following charges. Class 3 misdemeanor of criminal trespass in the 3rd degree, 2 Class 6 felonies, criminal impersonation and possession of drug paraphernalia, 2 Class 4 felonies, possession of a weapon by a prohibited person, and possession or use of a weapon in a drug offense.
What was this
Now,
for?
in regards to
Impersonating
possession or use of a weapon in a drug offense, based on the limited information I have, I can't find probable cause for that. Doesn't mean you won't be charged with it, but at least at this stage, I'm not finding probable cause, so I'm making my decision based on the other charges, okay? And your lawyer can explain to you about that. I'm appointing a lawyer for you. You'll be at 175 West Madison Street for a status conference on March 3rd at 8:30, and a witness preliminary hearing at this time on March 5th at 8:30, okay? You can't possess any weapons, can't return to the scene of the alleged crime. The state was asking for a bond of $25,000. I'm going to make it a security appearance bond of $15,000. So if you post your bond, you better show up for court, or else you could lose your bond and a warrant will issue for your arrest. Okay, step to your left, please. Catherine Allen?
Man, hey, don't do rugs, kids. Don't do rugs, man. You'll ruin your life. Shh. Looking for lint in your pockets and stuff.
Catherine Allen, 623 of 62.
All right, you got 2 matters before me. One, you got something out of Towson City Court, and the address will be on your paperwork, by the way. It's classified misdemeanor theft, obtaining a service without paying. It's a warrant.
That was out of an accident. I
know, I'm just telling you, it's a warrant.
Those ring up self things.
Okay, I'm just telling you, you still got to show up for court, and address it, okay? A lawyer will be appointed to you at the next hearing. Your arraignment at the Towson City Court will be March 3rd at 8:30. You cannot initiate contact with the alleged victim or victims. Now, I'm setting a bond in regard to this $100 security appearance bond. I'm doing that for the limit. A lawyer will be appointed for you for the limited purpose of bond pursuant to Rule 6.1B1C. All right?
Okay.
Now, because otherwise, if you're still in custody on the other felony charge, I wouldn't transport you, and you're back to warrant.
So I can get out for $100?
Well, no, because you got the second case, probation violation. On a class 4 possession of dangerous drugs. I appoint a lawyer for you. This is an old warrant. So
Yeah.
A really old one.
Really old.
Yeah.
Tommy.
You'll be in 201 West Jefferson on March 3rd.
So can you lower it a little bit?
Well, 1 second.
Cheaper
It's
than
March
100?
3rd at 8:30 for a probation revocation arraignment hearing. If you would get out, you need to contact your probation officer, whoever it might be now,
Right.
in 72 hours. So your warrant's from 2016.
Yeah.
It's ancient, you know?
Yeah, it's
And
ancient. I
yours-
thought I was done with it, you know?
Nope, you're wrong, because in this time you were out on warrant status, it tolls the time. So you're
Yeah, I
still on
think I
probation
screwed
for-
up somewhere on my,
Okay,
So-
well, you're judged at bond amount.
Get a
security
senior
appearance bond of
discount.
$3,000. And so.
Can you lower
ask
that
your-
at all, sir?
You can ask your lawyer to go to your assigned judge and see if it can be lowered. But in the meantime, no. You know, you lose some,
can't just lower it, it's an old warrant.
well, but also, you're on
Not as
probation.
old as you.
You didn't take your probation very seriously either. So now
Well-
you gotta take it more seriously. So
Well, I
step-
will.
Well, you can judge a person's better by their actions than their words. So you'll have to prove it in the future. Okay, step to your left.
So do I still got the bond
Yeah.
at 3,100
Yes.
and then 100, right?
No, 3,100.
So it's 3,200 and I
No,
can bond out.
3,100.
3,100 and I can
Total.
bond out?
Yes.
Okay.
And show up for those 2 courts.
Your SSI,
Okay, no, I will.
And
your
contact
SSI
probation
check is
within
not gonna
72
cut
hours
it,
of the
Granny.
Okay,
Okay.
so,
Step to your left.
but my bond's set at 3,200, right?
3,100.
3,100, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so you'll write that down or
It'll
whatever?
be in your paperwork, don't worry.
Okay, all right,
Carlos Villarreal.
okay, thank you. Thank you, sir.
Okay. No, it's fine. Just stretching. All right, sir, your name and date of birth, please.
Carlos Villarreal, 11485.
Okay, sir, you've got a new case, burglary in 3rd degree, class 4 felony, and criminal damage, class 6 felony. I am appointing a lawyer for you. Give me 1 second here. The state was asking for a $3,000 bond. You'll be at 175 West Madison Street in Phoenix for a status conference on March 3rd and a witness preliminary hearing on March 5, both at 8:30 in the morning. You cannot return to the scene of the alleged crime. You cannot initiate contact with any alleged victim or victims or any alleged complainant or witness. And I reduced the bond to $2,500 security appearance bond. All right,
This guy
step to
looks
your left,
old.
please.
For 2,500, I get out?
2,500.
2,500?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Arizona, Maricopa County. And tonight's
I'm
episode
gonna
of The
try
Price is
Vincent
Wrong,
Conan?
we're gonna have a bunch of people looking for their love, Methany.
Did I pronounce it right?
Yep.
Wow. Okay, your name and date of birth, please.
8/21/95.
And name. And your name.
Vincent Conan.
Okay. Even though I can see your picture on my screen, I have to make sure. Okay.
That's a great way to use the
All
retirement
right,
money.
you're the charge of burglary in the 3rd degree, appointing a lawyer for you. Likewise, will be March 3rd, March 5 at 8:30 at 175
Orange is
West
the
Madison
new
Street for a
normal.
first city status conference and then a preliminary hearing. You can't return to the scene of the alleged crime. You can't initiate contact with the alleged victim or victims. And no weapons and no alcohol and no drugs without a prescription. Now, they did, the state filed what's called an order to secure attendance. They took you out of Safford, right?
Yeah.
How much time do you have left?
I got 3 months left.
Okay. Well, bond is set amount of $2,000, but obviously this gives you the opportunity to possibly get credit for both. You know,
Wait, what?
Your sentence and this new case, but obviously if you can get down 3 months, you'll talk to your lawyer about that, okay?
Okay.
It's about time he
most
took
likely
his...
you end up staying up here before going back to DOC.
What happened?
You'd probably stay here instead
Yeah.
of going back. A lot of people don't realize they'd rather go back to DOC rather than stay in the county. So that's why I just mentioned it to you.
Yeah, I'd much rather go back to DOC. What?
But
What, I'm going to be stuck in here, though?
that's what you talk to your lawyer. The odds are good that you'll be staying here.
You ain't going nowhere.
Okay?
All right,
That's different.
thank you.
Jeremy Carlisle?
Toasty!
Oh, okay. Your name and date of birth, please.
Jeremy Allen Carlisle, Jr., March 19, 2001.
Okay, you got a bench warrant at a Superior Court for the possession of narcotic drugs, Class 4 and Class 6, possession of drug paraphernalia. You already have an attorney already on this, and so you have a post-warrant status conference at 201 West Jefferson on March 6th, 8:30. And another judge set bond for you in the amount of $500 security appearance bond.
So will I be able
You can go through a bondsman, yes,
will I be able to leave tonight?
if you post your bond.
Okay.
Right? That's why you got to show up for court. All right. This case, the
But you
warrant
see,
was from
what
over 2
happened
years
was,
ago.
Yeah, that was when I was addict, terrible addict.
I know, but still, you got to show up for court.
Okay.
That's why your judge set
But
that bond.
now I'm sober, working.
Well, good.
Yeah.
But then
And-
you know when you do get out, things will be a lot better for you then, right? Okay.
Huh?
Well, I'm saying that you'll be able to handle things better if you're sober now. Okay?
Yeah, I am sober. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
I'm saying.
And then that's what I was
But right now, because you haven't been around for two years, you know, your judge's bond amount will stand. All right, step to your left.
All right.
Richard Cupper.
next up on The Price is Wrong, let's see what's coming up. What kind of cases you guys? So it's been non-stop rug cases. What kind of? Do you think it's gonna be the same rugs,
Richard Cupfer,
or is there gonna be a
4779.
switch up?
Let's see, I'm just trying to figure out.
DUI, rugs, bye.
You got a case out of Mesa.
Failure to appear, alcohol, DV. All right, a lot of you are saying DV. Superman, huh?
Does he have any holds?
It's Jesus.
Yes, Judge, looks like the warrant of the Superior Court.
He was up early.
He is what, Mesa?
It's not showing Mesa.
But he does have a hold?
Yeah.
So you'll be seeing probably a city court though, right?
He was in yesterday.
Superior Court. It doesn't say what city.
Definitely not Superman.
Well,
He stole his grandmother's car.
Possession of dangerous drugs, Class 4, possession of narcotic drugs. So dangerous and narcotic drugs, both Class 4s. Drug paraphernalia, Class 6, and leaving the scene of an accident. You didn't show up for that. You already have a lawyer on that. You'll be at your status conference on March 3rd at 8:30, and witness preliminary hearing March 5, both at 175 West Madison. Can initiate contact with the alleged victim or victims. And your judge said bonding amount of $500.
Yeah, I had, was supposed to see I was supposed to attend a status conference this past Friday, I believe.
Okay.
Let
me look it up, by the way.
I contacted pretrial services to let them know I didn't think I was going to be able to make it there on time.
1 second, let me look it up. Okay. I'm having trouble hearing you also. That's part of the problem. All right.
Crossing numbers is a no-no. Yeah, hey, that's the first thing that I noticed. And if you haven't done so, please do so. Hit that follow button. It's free 99. Doesn't cost you a thing. Don't be a Mr. Krabby Patties. Don't be a Scrooge McDuck.
Yeah, bench warrant was issued 3 days ago. Oh, no, 4 days ago. I'm sorry, on the 20th.
Nah, Christian, you're definitely right. This is the sniveling judge, the one that he breathes hard, and you could hear him sniffling.
Give me 1 second here.
I think he got the whole jail sick last time, like 2 weeks back, if you will. And if you're not tapping, you must be napping. What's up with you guys?
Did you talk to your lawyer?
I did not. I left a voicemail for my lawyer.
Okay.
I talked to pretrial services. They told me that if I wasn't going to make it on time, wasn't going to make it in the morning at all. If I wasn't going to make it before close, that I was to call. I thought I had until today to call.
No.
Today?
Well, as I said, talk to her and your lawyer and see if the judge will consider changing the conditions. Okay. Or going back. Right now, it still has to be the bond your judge said. Okay.
I don't have the information to contact my lawyer here.
You don't have the what?
The information, the phone number for my lawyer with me here.
You don't have the phone number?
No.
Hey, Em, thank you for sharing the live.
Let me see something here.
Sharing is caring. If you guys go ahead and share this live with the people you love, even with those that you don't love, share with some random people. For all I care, just get them in here. We need to let's go ahead and hit them triple digits, if you will. Hey, Lexi, thank you for the like. Laura, thank you for the like.
Black, right?
Drew Down, thank you for sharing. Highly appreciate that.
Yeah. You'll get a number with phone numbers. Okay. She's telling me about that.
You have two
okay.
TikToks.
I think Karen Black is your attorney?
Yup,
Okay,
yup.
so what I'm looking for is,
Leave my papa alone. Laughing out loud. Yeah, I got 2. So are you?
And I apologize, I thought I was doing what I was
no,
supposed
it's
to be
just
doing.
trying to,
That is correct. They just
can't find it right
picked
now
up today.
But anyway, talk to her also. You'll get the number, okay?
James, you like robots?
All right, step over there, please.
No,
Timothy Moss.
I'm confused. Maricopa County, Arizona, Phoenix. Yup. In the
All
house.
right, so your name and date of birth, please.
Timothy Andrew Moss, 32191.
You're probably saying, what are you doing here, right? Because you thought it was all taken care of?
Well, I did.
Okay, because originally you were supposed to be on my 5 o'clock calendar, but I authorized you to be here because you're still at 4th Avenue. Okay, so I did some research in regard to it. And if my memory is correct from what I was looking at, on February 13th, your petition to revoke probation was dismissed without prejudice.
And that was because the new charge,
I know, let me just recount. So it's dismissed, so there was no violation of probation. And I'm gonna go over everything with you, okay? Because I wanted to make sure it's legit that you're here, okay? So what happened then was, today.
Today what? Yeah? Hello?
It's 24th, yeah.
Yes.
The probation department filed a petition to revoke your probation, alleging you violated terms 1 and 2.
Due to the new charges, due to the case.
The one is due to the possession, you allegedly committed the crime of possession of weapon by a prohibited person, and then the drug paraphernalia charge, a class 1 misdemeanor, and then knowingly controlling a firearm. So that's what happened, and it was signed by one of the judges out in probation violation court. So that was a change, and that's why I did some checking before.
Okay. Do I still get my bond though? Because I had $1,000 bond.
Okay, let me look at it again. Okay, hold on.
Because I was just getting.
Hold on 1 second.
Hey, this fool when he walked out, he was walking all hard, like he was owning the court, like he was the baddest thing walking in that county jail. What do you guys think? Did you guys see him strolling in? Strolling in like he
You
owned that
released on your
joint.
own recognizance on February 13th.
Yeah, that was.
I know. Hold on 1 second. I'm trying to find it out. Okay.
Dude, just be quiet. You're gonna confuse the judge, right, Brandy? He's wearing a dress or a gown. He did it. I had no clue they had night court. Yeah, in
Back on
Arizona, they
February
run it all
6th,
day.
When they filed it, a bond was sent amount of $1,000.
Yes.
And you're saying you posted it?
No, I'm saying that. Am I still able to have the bond?
I'm saying bond. That's not an issue here.
Yeah, because I was.
Okay, but this is the thing here.
What's the thing, Your Honor?
I'm setting bond in the amount of $500, but it's my understanding you're being held on a new charge of $25,000.
25?
Yeah, that's the violation. That's the
I
violation.
know, I'm just telling you, and the new charge is $25,000.
Yeah.
But I said bond the amount of $500 on the probation violation.
Okay.
On top of the $25,000.
Yeah.
That we get credit for. Now, if you get out, you need to contact your probation officer in 72 hours. No weapons, no consumption or possession of alcohol, and no drugs without a valid prescription. Have I explained it so you understand what's going down now?
Yeah.
Okay, so I just didn't want you to forget about the $25,000.
No, I was just getting ready to post bond on that right now.
Okay, all right, very good. Step over there, please.
All right, thank you.
Shelby Washburn.
And there's going to be one more hearing after this. It starts at 10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Your name and date of birth, please.
So that'll be
Shelby
a little
Washburn,
bit over 2 hours.
3392, Your Honor.
A little slower.
Shelby Washburn, 3392.
All right, you're here for 2 probation violations. I'm appointing a lawyer for you on both. Your next court dates will be March 3rd at 8:30 at 201 West Jefferson for probation revocation arraignment hearing. On both of them, you're alleged to have violated term 1. And in regard to CR 2021-126937, a bond was set by another judge in the amount of $250. In CR 2023-100951, and the other judge said bond amount of $500. So your total bond is $750.
What did I violate by doing?
Okay, I can tell you what that is. Hold on 1 second.
She's on a good one. I think she's trying to do the lean back.
And by the way, get out.
But she's doing the
You need to
two-step.
contact your probation officer within 72 hours. No alcohol, and no weapons, and no drugs without a valid prescription. Okay,
What
so
did I
page
do?
2. So all I know is that you're alleged to violate. I'm sorry, I have to change that. By the way.
Hey, you know what?
You're alleged to violate terms 1, 3, 5, and 15. Okay, there's a lot of different terms. I don't have any details on it right now. Okay, so I just have to change this.
Hey, you know what? There used to be this kid when I was in juvenile camp that he was never held by his parents, so he used to rock himself to sleep. He used to swing back and forth, and he used to stuck his thumb. It was pretty sad. There's people out there like that never got like that affection from their parents, and it definitely messes them up. Just thought I'd share that with you guys. But us as kids used to make fun of him, so we're animals. Let me see. We see radical attachment disorder.
So your total, as I said, your
Hey,
total
what's up,
bond
Rhonda?
is $750 security appearance bond.
Yeah.
Okay, step to your left, please.
Yeah, it is sad. Like all the type of people you would see in there. Some
Which one?
kids really had some issues.
Didn't take it?
You never cradled him. Hell nah.
I did.
No, hey, no, that no cap on that story. No, that's
try
for
it
real.
again. I'll be right with you.
That's a real story right there. I wouldn't make anything up like that.
How about number 1 now?
Okay, now it did, and then.
Now number 2. Because it's showing on mine, but
Number 2, now it did.
He has the cookies. Hey, that guy there for sure. He got caught with the reefer.
just like we had problems in the computer.
He has the cookie
All right,
sweater on.
So your name and date of birth, please.
Kevon Daniel Robinson, date of birth 04/30/1996.
Okay, sir, you're on probation for class 4 felony. Possession of dangerous drugs. You're alleged to have violated term 1. I appointed a lawyer for you. You'll be at 201 West Jefferson for probation revocation arraignment hearing on March 3rd at 8:30. Likewise, with other folks who had probation violations, you need to contact your probation officer within 72 hours. You're not to possess any weapons, no alcohol, no drugs without a valid prescription. And bond was set in the amount of $200.
Yeah.
Security appearance bond.
I'm pretty sure you can see the record. I just got out December 20th. I was OR'd on everything.
Okay, but let me explain. I'm sorry for interrupting.
Okay.
Maybe it'll answer your question, okay? Okay, go on.
Nobody cares if you just got released on December whatever. You're back already.
The warrant was issued on February 19th, okay? 1 second. It's alleging that you committed the crime of domestic violence, disorderly conduct on or about February 19th.
Okay, that's I'm
Okay, but bear in mind, okay, everything's being recorded.
Yeah,
I always recommend to people not to talk about the facts. I do that for people's own protection.
I know. I'm trying to talk to you.
Yeah, but try to talk louder.
Okay, my bad. I'm sorry. I didn't know.
It's not bad. Just with this public class, it's hard.
When I got out December 20th, I was OR'd on everything. The probation case.
Right.
I was OR'd. I was homeless when I got out December 20th. I now have a job. I have a place. I pay my own rent. I have responsibility to take care of. I did not have a disorderly conduct. I had a verbal argument over the phone with a woman that I was with in the past, and the neighbors called the police that I was not aware of, and that's what the disorderly conduct was about. There ain't no I'm trying to figure out what's going on, and when the situation did happen, I called my probation officer myself and said, "Hey, Aaron, I don't know what happened. I didn't know the police was called on me for having an argument in my own apartment. Apparently, the sheriff said that I had a verbal argument, which was a disorderly conduct, and they said that they're going to arrest me, that it's a misdemeanor." And
You're on probation at Gila County, though, right?
I was.
Like courtesy supervision here?
Yeah, I was. I got out from here, and I went to rehab for a little bit, and then I found an apartment. And then I paid my deposit. I'm just nervous.
What are you doing? What's your work right now?
Huh?
What's your work right now?
I'm a line cook at the Butcher Hook in town.
Okay, so you're working in a kitchen, a cook in a kitchen.
Yeah.
You know what, sir? I'm doing something I never do before, but I'm looking at your probation officer's notes.
I'm in good standing with my.
1 second, sir.
I'm sorry.
What is he gonna do? He's gonna do something that he's never done before. What is that gonna be? I'm interested to hear. Is he gonna let him go? Could it be? Or is he just pulling our leg? keeping us in suspense here. What? Wait, what? OR him? I don't know. We're about to see right now. I'm interested too. Chismosa. What is he gonna do? Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock.
I just don't have $200, Judge. I take care of my
200?
own rent, pay my own bills.
Shut your mouth, my boy. Shut your mouth. Let the judge think over here. She's on pins and needles over here. You got it. You might have a chance. Just be quiet.
I'm having technical issues again. So just go to another case and try to go back in again?
Yeah, I'll try.
Sure. So we've had some problems with the computer, so...
No problem.
Try this.
He's gonna hire him as a personal chef. Claudia V. Homeboy is stressed. Hey man, $200. As a matter of fact, I got them. But I'm not gonna bail you out. No way, no how. Sheesh.
Sure, why don't you have a seat? We can't do anything with the computer having some issues. Right?
Okay.
What?
I think this might be down, actually.
I might have 200 extra in my ashtray, but that's for a rainy day. What do you guys think? Do you think he's gonna let him go, or is he just messing with us? He's gonna go ruin it for himself if he's not careful. Bless the Jess, longest few minutes of his life. Everybody's laughing. Rhonda, what's up, Rhonda? Where you been, Rhonda? Working, man. Tell him they can give you too many hours.
I'll call you back. Okay. We don't know how long it's gonna be. So
he's gonna go check with the PO. All right. He's gonna say psych. Hey, these judges be flip flopping. But you know what, Tara, they do have family, but a lot of the times they already burned their bridges with their family, so their families are not going to come get them. They've already done like so much scumbag stuff that...
who do you have left? Just people we haven't seen yet?
That they can't...
Just the people here yet.
They have nobody
to call.
I don't know
how long it's going to be. Hopefully,
they are burnt out,
yeah. Back there, now it's showing up again.
Hey, thank you for the follow, medical coding by Jen. Gracias, highly appreciate it. And be like Jen. It's free 99. Follow. Hit that follow button. We got 72 on one stream. We got 43 on the other. And we got 34 on the other. Yes, we got 3 streams running right now. We got 2 TTs and we got one white T running right now. And also, if you want to play back the videos, jump on over from TT over to white T. Check us out at CollectCallFrom.
It's going to be a fun night for you. So that she can't do warrants either.
I'm not sure.
No, that's what you said before, unless it's a paper warrant.
Oh.
That'd be a problem with blood warrants because of the time issue.
DV charge something like that. I couldn't read it. Let me see. I guess it unfortunate. I wouldn't. All of my family, they'll do it in their own, but definitely pay. Yeah. Nah, for sure. I could at least count on like maybe like a handful of people that would. If I was in a situation like that, I could make a call, but. You know what? Fortunately for me, I snapped out of it years ago, like over 20-something years ago, and so I never needed to use, that lifeline, and I've been good ever since. So it feels good. It feels good not having to worry about going to court, checking in with a PO, and dealing with that type of nonsense, because they got that control over you, and whatever they want to do, they're gonna do. My daycare parents would bail me out. 2016 was my year to stop. Yeah, I stopped in 2000. The last time I ever hit anywhere was 2002. So man, that was many moons ago. But it took me years from a kid all the way until like I was 21 years old. And I was at that fork in the road, and I decided that I didn't want to, commit myself to a life of those type of activities or sticking anything in my prison wallet.
What?
No, thank you. That night court is the best. Yeah, it is.
Oh, you just got the message?
Yeah, because
I just got out probation. I've been on and off for years, and now I'm 1 year clean. Hey, that's what's up, man. Hey, get off of that. Get off of that paper.
Especially back there, also the same.
Prison May 2000 or May 19, 2024.
Yeah, but that sounds great. Right now, it's good doing the buffering thing again.
but my bro made some wrong choice. Yeah, it'd be like that.
Here's a waiting. Obviously, we can't do anything until the computer comes back on. They fix the problem. So just try to be patient until then. Mr. Robinson, I'm going to see you later on, obviously, with the rest of the folks.
Hey, gracias, Rhonda. Highly appreciate that. Swag, or Savage, I mean. Thank you for those roses in the hearts. Highly appreciated. Not required, but highly appreciated, if you will. I remember this one time, the one and only time that I was on probation as an adult. The first time I went to visit my PO, she was a newer PO, so she was real nice. So she had asked me, she was like, "Hey, do you wanna go back to court so the judge could decide what are your probation fees are gonna be, or do you just want to sign here and pay like $5,000 or something?" I was like, "I'd rather go back to court, and we'll let the judge figure it out." So she went to talk to another PO, and she was like, "Hey, he doesn't want to sign this. He wants to go back to court."
Oh, you do have it all printed out?
I have them printed out, so I don't know if you want to go through the rest of them.
Yeah, and his will have to.
Yeah. Because, all the information is here. I don't know if you want to.
I guess we're going to have to, okay. We'll have to, I guess.
Yeah. So this one is,
So she went to talk to
us, yeah, okay.
She went to talk to this other probation officer, and she was like, she came over and she was like, "Well, if he doesn't want to sign it, then we'll just violate his probation."
Mr. Robinson, son, you're going to be last, by the way, wherever you are. You're going to be last, because for everyone else, we have the paperwork all printed out. Okay, so I'm going to call you, and Mr. Robinson, we need the computer for yours. So let's start with Nikki Ann Hus, H-U-U-S.
I'll finish up my story later on. Remind me if I forget. You lagged as you were talking. So,
okay. Your name and date of birth, please.
All right. So
Nikki Hus, 6/24/1995.
Okay, you're here on a probation violation on a Class 6 felony. I'm appointing a lawyer for you. Your next court date will be on March 3rd at 8:30 for a revocation arraignment hearing at 201 West Jefferson.
1994.
You're not to possess any weapons. You're not to possess or consume any alcohol. No drugs without a valid prescription. If you get out, contact the probation officer in 72 hours. Bond for you is consent and a security appearance bond, $100. And you're alleged to violate terms 3, 4, and 5. Okay?
All right.
All right, step over there. Keith Zimmerman.
Next on The Price is Wrong.
This one kind of got cut off.
Yes, that's me.
Yeah, hold on a second.
Oh, sorry.
I'm trying to deal with certain other things.
Burnt out.
See, just the first name.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so your name and date of birth, please.
Keith Zimmerman, 4/29/79.
Okay. I have a little more information if the computer was working, so just bear in mind. Okay, you got two matters before me. One is a new charge of possession of dangerous drugs. Hold on a second.
Okay.
The next court dates will be at 175 West Madison at 8:30 on March 3rd, and a preliminary hearing is scheduled for 2 days later on March 5th at 8:30. Appointed a lawyer for you.
The mad scientist. He just needs a white coat.
Setting bond for you in the amount of $50 on that security appearance bond, because you also have a case out of, and that your court date, if I told you March 3rd and 5th, you got something out of the Apache Junction City Court in Pinal County, all right?
Okay.
It's failure to pay, but it's been a little bit older, since I don't have the paperwork, okay?
Okay.
I can't tell you, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, I kind of remember what it was.
It's February 27th at 8:30. I can't remember how much they were asking for. It was a large amount, because of probably the amount you owed. I'm reducing it to $200. Okay. And there, you're supposed to be there February 27th, 8:30. The address will be there. My guess, my suggestion is that if you're able to bond out for both of them, show up for both of your courts, start getting some money together, pay them, make them happier, and they don't cause any grief for you. You know what I mean?
Right.
At least I said bond of $50 on the new Superior Court case. Otherwise, they may not transport you.
Oh.
See what I mean? So
Okay.
that's why. Okay. And I said I don't have as much information, but I thought I'd let you know. Okay.
Yeah, sure. It may be back up. You just have to open it on a brand new tab.
Okay. Okay, you can go there. No, it's still just buffer.
So, you can go to the top. Click on that little tab all the way at the top. No, go to the right. Most on that one.
You want
Click
to
it, and then open a new tab. And then you can open it, and it should.
So did we say to you?
Yeah. So it's back up.
Oh, good. It's back up. All right.
Yeah, my daughter
Then
just
I'll
walked
send
in
these
and she
back to
gave
you
me
then.
that. She wanted me to show it to you guys.
Yes,
You
good
painted
point.
a picture, awesome.
Okay.
Hey, thank you, Wendy. I really appreciate that. Yeah, she walked in. She was like, "Papa, here." Okay, hey, so
Destiny Harrell.
Oh, there it is. Hey, thank you, Rhonda. Next.
Your name and date of birth, please.
Destiny Harrell, 1/1999.
All right. You're charged with burglary, second degree, class 4 felony, assault, class 1 misdemeanor, criminal damage, class 1 misdemeanor, and disorderly conduct, a class 1 misdemeanor. I'm appointing it supposedly says it's domestic violence. I'm not sure about that, but.
No.
Did he say
So anyway, I don't know why it's listed there, but anyway, I'm appointing a lawyer for you. You'll be at 175 West Patterson at 8:30 in the morning for status conference on March 11th with a witness permit hearing on March 13th. All right. You're not to return to the scene of alleged crime or initiate contact with alleged victim or victims. No alcohol. Okay. Instead of sitting bond, I'm going to release you to pretrial services with an ankle bracelet, and so they'll set it up for you. And if you remove the bracelet, that could be another felony.
All right.
Okay. And you'll get a packet from the officer. Read that carefully so you know what your responsibilities are. But until they put it on you, you're not getting out. You know what I mean? All right? It may be too late to put them on now. I don't know what the situation is. All right, but show up for court. Don't lose the paperwork, okay?
All right.
All right. Carolyn Pulaski. Your name and date of birth.
Carolyn Polanski, 10/24/61.
Okay. I got to change the level of felony. They have it wrong. Okay, you are charged with possession of dangerous drugs, a class 4 felony. I'm appointing a lawyer for you. You'll be at 175 West Madison Street on March 11th at 8:30, and a witness permit hearing on March 13th at 8:30. No drugs with a valid prescription. I'm going to release you to pretrial services, so you'll be getting out in a few hours. Okay, but you're going to have to do drug testing. So you're going to get the paperwork from the officer. Read it carefully, because you got to keep in contact with pretrial services and make sure you get your drug testing done, or else it'll be a warrant. All right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so don't lose your paperwork, because you'll have your dates of March 11th and March 13th. Okay?
Yes.
All right, step to your left now.
All right, thank you.
What up, Casey?
Mohi Soliman.
Yeah, no, they still have more courts. They have this one, and they have another one at 10 p.m.
Mohi Solomon, April 4th, 1987.
Okay, sir, you've got a new case, possession of dangerous drugs, class 4 felony. Appointing a lawyer for you. Your next court date will be 175 West Madison Street, March 11th at 8:30. Preliminary hearing, witness preliminary hearing. It's March 13th at 8:30. No drugs without a valid prescription. Likewise, I'm releasing you to pretrial services with drug testing. So read the paperwork you get there, knowing you got to contact them and make sure you get your drug testing. That way you avoid another warrant. Okay?
All right.
You'll be getting out in a few hours.
All right, thank you.
All right.
Hey Liz, have you
Anna
ever taken
Sharp?
some medication called GyroLamb? My wife takes that for her headaches, and it helps her out.
If you feel more comfortable having your mask on, go ahead. Yeah. Just as long as I can hear you, okay? If you feel more comfortable so you don't want to get sick, go ahead.
Yeah.
Okay. Your name and date of birth, please.
Hannah Gabriella Sharp, date of birth 12/10/93.
Okay.
Oh, I missed it.
No.
Missed it, Wendy.
Let me explain to you. You got indicted by a grand jury for the charge of aggravated assault on a healthcare professional, a class 6 felony. I'm appointing a lawyer for you. Your next court date will be March 4th at 8:30 for an arraignment, not guilty arraignment on 175 West Madison Street in Phoenix. I'm releasing you on your own recognizance, even though the warrant, it called for a bond to be set. Okay? I decided to release you. Do not return to the scene of alleged crime.
What is the address? Can you tell me?
No, I don't have that information because it was an indictment. I don't have that. Okay? It's a nurse who's treating you. Okay? Do not initiate contact with the alleged victim or victims. No weapons, no alcohol, no drugs without a valid prescription. Now, hold it. Were you on probation?
I'm on well, it's kind of messy because, like, I got sentenced, but I'm not. I haven't.
You got put on probation after the fact, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I still want you to contact your probation officer within 72 hours of release.
Okay.
Get good communication. Now, you have a case manager also, right?
That's yes.
Yeah. So I want you to contact your case manager tomorrow.
Okay.
All right. That's within 24 hours of release. But I'm releasing you on your own recognizance. I think I'd rather have you get your treatment, see your case manager, than have you sit in the jail.
Right.
Okay? So, and just, I'll just leave it at that, okay?
Right. Thank you, Your
Step to
Honor.
your left, please.
The name of the medication that
Devontae Osborne.
that my wife uses for her headache is called GyroLamb. It's URBRELVY. GyroLamb, and it's not over the counter.
Your name and date of birth, please.
Devontae Flores Osborne, 2/14/93.
Okay, 93 you said, right?
Yes.
Okay. You got a charge at a Goodyear City Court. The address will be in your paperwork. You're charged with assault, a class 1 misdemeanor. I cannot appoint a lawyer for you because of the nature of the charge, but your next court date will be at Goodyear City Court, 1 o'clock in the afternoon on March 12th. Make sure you show up there. Do not initiate contact with the alleged victim or victims, but I'm releasing you on your own recognizance. She'll be getting out in a few hours. But make sure you show up for court. All right, step to your left, please.
Oh, okay.
Sheila Harris.
Yeah, my wife. Lisa. That's the one she takes. She takes GyroLamb.
Right. Your name and date of birth, please.
Shayla Harris, 9187.
That's
okay. You got a warrant out of this El Centro Justice Court. The address will be on your paperwork. I just want to double check, so I don't rely strictly on my memory.
Yeah, I got this hat like 2 years ago. I don't even know if they still make it like this. Hey, Allison, thank you for the follow.
Normally displaying a false license plate, a misdemeanor. Okay, you'll deal with El Centro Court on that. But I'm saying, I'm sure you didn't have much. You'd rather have spent your Monday afternoon elsewhere than being here in the jail, right?
I can't hear you.
You probably would prefer to be anywhere but the jail area.
Yeah, this is
on a Monday afternoon, right?
Yes.
So I'm releasing you. So make sure you show up for court. Listen to me.
Okay, sorry.
Don't forget. March 13th at 8:30, because they wanted a bond of $250. So I'm releasing you.
Okay, thank you.
March 13th at 8:30. Don't lose your paperwork.
Okay.
And show up for court. All right?
Do I have my license?
What?
Do I have a license still?
I have no idea. This is knowing display of false license plate, you made a check with motor vehicles to see whether they suspended your driving privileges.
Okay, because my job requires me to drive.
Well, then you better check with motor vehicles to get everything clear. 'Cause a lot of times they'll suspend your driving privileges because of this.
How do I get it back? Just going to court to get it back?
Talk to motor vehicles.
Would there...
I can't give you advice. I'm not allowed to. All right?
All right, thank you so much.
All right, now let's go back to Mr. Robinson.
So yesterday I was looking at the sounds for the what do you call it, the wood chipper. I still haven't downloaded it yet. I'm looking for like the perfect one. I need one that's not too loud and one that's not too low. So I'm looking for one in the middle. So as soon as I'm able to get that,
Keep on.
Keep on, yes, sir.
Robinson,
we're going to be having the wood chipper, if you will.
Sure, I haven't done this before. I've done this for a long time. I've changed the bond on a probation violation, and I'm going to release you on your own recognizance. A lot is to do with, just unless you're snowing me, but also I'm looking at your notes from your probation officer. Make sure you keep in good standing with the probation officer, because I'm saying I'm looking at that. They didn't, and you also have to deal with that other case. Okay, just leave it at that, okay?
Aaron is the reason why I have a department and a job. Because
good. I'm saying, then it's a positive thing, you're being on probation.
Yeah.
Just be careful about anything else.
Yeah.
So you still have to be in court at March 3 at 8:30 at 201 West Jefferson.
Okay, all right. Thank you.
All right. Take
hey,
care.
who thinks we'll see him back here on a probation violation? And if so, how long?
Kareem Shakri.
This is Arizona, Pima County, Arizona. Jade writes me. Dana. Me.
Sir, I guess we're leaving now.
Yeah, good evening, sir. How are you doing, Armin?
Okay.
3 months.
Let's find out. Your name and date of birth, please.
I'm Kareem Shakri, December 8th, 2001.
Sir, we weren't picking on you that you're last. Just the fugitive justice cases take a lot longer to do.
Okay.
Okay, that's why you're wondering why you're last.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Could we just hold off on the speaking until they stop rustling? I can't hear you well.
All right, I'll talk louder. Is that better?
Yes, sir.
All right. That's why I say to people I have trouble hearing.
Yeah, I'm going to speak louder as well.
Sure, okay.
Big.
You don't have to apologize for that. Let's just make sure.
Yeah,
okay.
Good.
All right. So give me your name and your date of birth.
Let's look him up.
Kareem Shakri, December 8th, 2001.
Kareem Shakri. How the hell do you spell that? Shakri.
Okay, let me just... Because I have to read a lot of things to you, so...
Yes, sir. You do what you must.
Looks like you have a warrant out of the state of Maryland.
Maryland.
In Baltimore area?
The DMV area.
Yes, I believe that is correct.
Okay. If I could read, it said Baltimore, so I assume it's Maryland.
Yes, sir.
Okay. That state wants you back. Before the court, I noticed you had it in your hand. Did you have a laminated card?
Yes, sir.
Did you read it?
Yes, sir.
Did you understand it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, as I said, as I've indicated, you have a warrant from the state of Maryland. You have a choice to make at this time, though if you're not sure what you want to do, we'll just set it for another hearing date, okay, before another judge. You can choose you choose your right to waive your right to an extradition hearing and be sent back to the requesting state within 30 days, or you can demand an extradition hearing and a governor's warrant be signed by the governors of both states before you're sent back to the state of Maryland. And you're still hearing me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. If you decide to waive your right to an extradition hearing, you'd be held non-bondable in Maricopa County Jail for a period up to 30 days to allow time for the requesting state to come for you. That 30 days would start tomorrow, as long as you don't have any local charges anywhere in Arizona. If you do have criminal charges pending against you in Arizona, the 30-day period would not start until those charges are resolved.
Yes, sir.
If you choose to have an extradition hearing, I'll set a hearing for you on March 10th at 1:30 at 201 West Jefferson, where you'll meet with another judge. I cannot appoint a lawyer to represent you because extradition matters are civil in nature, but you'd have a right to hire a lawyer at your own expense.
Yes, sir.
You're entitled to bail, which in this case determined to be $25,000 cash. I'm sorry, it was $50,000 cash. If you're unable to post a bond, you'd be held in custody during that time or until another judge modifies your bond or bail. A governor's warrant signed by the governors of both states is required to extradite you to Maryland, and that can take up to 90 days. So, with all that in mind, sir, do you know what you'd like to do? Have an extradition hearing or give up the right to an extradition hearing?
Your Honor, if I may, before I make that
Sure, go ahead.
decision, can I explain a bit of something to you?
Well, okay, I'll give you the opportunity,
Yes,
but let me
sir.
explain certain things. In certain things, we don't have as, there's certain procedures we have to follow, okay?
Yes, sir.
We know that, I don't know anything about your situation in Maryland. That's between you and Maryland and your lawyer if you have there, okay? And so I don't know anything about the facts of your case, just know it, apparently what the charges were and a couple of other things. So all I can do is go over what your options are, which I've just done, okay? If that helps you at all, okay?
Okay. Your Honor.
Go ahead.
I know you've spoken of like being unfamiliar with the specifics of my case details, but I will say that I'm a bit far from home for a great reason, because many men have attempted taking my life in the state of Maryland, all over the place.
I think I heard this
Guns
song,
up,
many
you
men.
know what I'm saying? But they never get shooting. But I'm just waiting till the day that it's going to be an all-out war. You know what I'm saying? There's a reason that I fled from my land. You know what I'm saying? That's where I grew up most of my whole life.
In Baltimore?
Not Baltimore, but Columbia, Maryland, and just like the vicinity shares like people of the same character. But just in the past week or two, my business partner of a few years had broken into my house and with a pistol, and he's a felon, so he ain't even supposed to have no pistol. He put a gun up to my head, took me for all my stuff. My keys, my house, my wallet, my phone, everything I got to my name, he took it all. So basically, that left me homeless because I didn't feel safe knowing that he had my house key.
Let me interrupt 1 second.
Yes, sir.
You're going to the facts that it goes into the issue between you and Maryland.
Yes, I'm very sorry.
Arizona cannot intervene like that. Okay?
We're doing job interviews.
So, do you have a lawyer
job
in
interviews.
Maryland? Has one been appointed for you, or did you hire one?
No, I don't have a lawyer.
And then most likely that they'd be having to appoint one for you, and that's something you'd have to talk to your lawyer there in Maryland.
Okay.
But Arizona cannot interfere with something that happens in Maryland. That goes to the facts of the case or your situations.
Sir, can I request that question from you? Can you tell me the date that that warrant was issued?
Hey, what day was that, Penny? Do you remember what day it was?
Thank you very much, sir.
Okay. Well, they said they confirmed they will extradite you.
Send them back to Maryland.
Here.
We'll send them back to Guantanamo. Easy again. Nah, this fool ain't no gang. This fool's weird. He's a weirdo. He gives me like, I'm gonna start a cult type of vibes. I'm part of a cult, and I'm the leader type of vibes. Just where he doesn't want to go. For real? No, for real. Hey, look, I'm telling you, that fool, he probably has those same Nike shoes that those people, when they drunk that punch from the Halley's Comet. I forget the name of the group was.
All I can tell you is they show your last known address was February 16th.
What was the name of that one group?
They wrote down residence last known, and it looks like they're saying 2025.
That too, I don't.
0216. So I assume that's. I have no idea.
I have no clue what that's meant to,
I'm not sure.
Teach me either.
So sorry, no, I
David
cannot
Koresh, that's Waco.
tell you.
So you can't tell me the date that the warrant was issued?
No, I don't have that information.
Right. Okay.
Hey, what was the name of that one
honestly,
group?
Sir, I have to tell you that if I begin like accepting the process for extradition, I fear that I will be murdered if I'm sent back to either Howard County Detention Center or Supermax Jail in Baltimore City. So I'm going to have to make you the statement of saying I will choose to stay in Arizona.
Okay, so let me just deal with this, okay?
Yeah, because they're going to kill me. Them motherfuckers got a lot of guns. Forgive my language, Your Honor. I know them. They sell heroin. They sell crack. They sell all that. You know what I'm saying?
Don't say that,
I
my
hate to say this, I may have heard those words once or twice in my life.
I believe it. You know, I pay my respects to the courthouse. You know, so I never mean to be foul, man.
I'm sorry, I cannot deal. I have no idea and have no sway over Maryland.
Respect. I'm letting you know. I'd rather fight it over here, because if I even go lay my head down in that prison, in that jail, they gonna kill me. 100%. Ain't no doubt about it. I know what kind of motherfuckers I'm dealing with on that side.
Oh, snap.
There's a reason I ran. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. I appreciate it.
You better get there. You better get your
I
shank
used my
ready.
last dollars on that plane ticket. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I hear you. He's a real tough guy.
If I go back, I'm a dead man.
Okay, the bond, as I said, is $50,000 cash. Your next court date is going to be March 10th at 1:30. It'll be in front of another judge. That'll be at 201 West Jefferson. If you're able to post your bond, you still have to show up for that hearing on March 10th. Okay?
Yeah, I certainly will not be able to post that bond, but indeed, I request to be appointed an attorney.
As I told you, extradition matters are considered civil in nature, so I cannot appoint one of you.
So, can you tell me the nature of the hearing that will be?
You'll probably be seeing Commissioner Spencer. She'll talk about your rights again, and you'll have a chance to talk to her then. All right?
Okay. So before we make this conclusion final, can I just request some clarification, Your Honor?
What's clarification?
Yeah. So basically, if I choose extradition, right?
You mean get a hearing?
Yeah. No. If I choose extradition,
give up the extradition hearing.
Huh?
You mean give up the right to an extradition hearing? You go back there in 30 days?
Yeah, if I give up the right to an extradition hearing and just get extradited back, how quickly would they be able to get me back?
Up to 30 days.
Hey, this ship already sailed, my man.
You know what? Since I know they're going to extradite me anyways.
Okay.
Yeah, do it. Let's do it. Extradite me.
And I got to ask you a whole bunch of questions, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go over that again.
But I know when I get there, I'm ready to kill him. You understand that? It's kill or be killed in that city. I'm telling you right now, it's a reason I left.
Okay. As I said, sir, I appreciate your comments.
Yeah.
Everything I can do about it, okay?
Man, this was talking about...
You know, I'm a man of peace. I love justice. But surely I will defend my life if I have to.
Hey, who is this guy, Rambo? What do you think? He's first blood or what?
You do want to waive this waiver of extradition. I have to ask you some questions as I'm making a record of this proceeding. You have read the waiver of extradition paperwork.
No, you heard what I said. The waiver, so this just to go back, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
because I ain't going to lie to you. When I get back...
You've read the waiver of extradition paperwork?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to have to knock some heads loose, but it's cool, yo. That's how the government want to do me.
Okay.
I ain't never been no little boy.
Okay. I got to ask you these questions.
Go ahead.
Do you understand you do not have to sign the paperwork?
Yeah.
Do you understand you have the right to an extradition hearing?
Yeah.
Do you understand that you have the right to hire a lawyer at your own expense?
I could never. Ain't got a dollar to my name.
That's not my question. Do you understand you have the right to hire a lawyer at your own expense?
I do.
Do you understand you have the right to demand that a governor's warrant be signed by the governors of both states before you're returned?
I do.
Do you understand you have the right to bond a bail, as I mentioned before?
I do.
Do you want to give up those rights and sign the paperwork?
Yep.
Has anyone threatened you or promised you anything to get you to sign the paperwork?
Only threatened my life.
No.
No. No one has convinced me to do any sort of action.
Any issue you're talking about is something that may have happened in Maryland.
Okay, yeah, I do.
Is that correct?
I do, yep.
Is that correct?
I'm sorry, could you repeat that?
Any threats or anything might have happened against you in regard to Maryland, nothing in Arizona?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Certainly many men have came from me with guns.
Have you used any drugs, alcohol, or medication in the last 24 hours? That would make it more difficult for you to understand these proceedings?
No, sir.
Okay. I find you knowingly, intelligently, and voluntarily are signing the waiver. I'm also signing it. I'm directing the Sheriff's Office to notify Maryland that you're ready to return. They'll have 30 days from tomorrow to pick you up unless there are local charges pending. If there are local charges pending, 30 days will not start until the conclusion of the case. All right? If you would step over there, please.
Yes, sir. according to my knowledge, no local charges pending, so.
I'm not aware of any either.
Yeah, so I hope to get home back ASAP, because I'm ready to have to knock their heads loose, but that's what the government wants. Yeah, all right.
That's what the governor's
I ain't
gonna
gonna
get.
lie to you, I came over west for a reason, because over West Baltimore, I was ready to kill a lot of people. You understand that? Whole gang.
Give me 1 second. You come through?
I ain't never been no kid, you feel me?
He's going straight to a straitjacket. That's where he's going. Is he still talking? Yeah.
It ain't popped up.
No, you just signed. You could pop
Like straight up, I ain't never been no boy.
You never been no
I'm gonna take their heads
boy.
off if they try me. You understand that? And I know they want to try me because they already been trying me.
So it's not accepting your signature. Can you try writing your name, please?
I ain't never been a violent man, but I've never been a weak one. You understand that?
This is Arizona.
I'm getting ready for war. You understand that? Because I know it's a gang, a whole bunch of them waiting for me with my name on their bullets. You understand
tomorrow.
That? Yeah, so it's cool. I'm just gonna make my preparation.
Listen to what she's saying, please.
Yes, sir.
Where's wartime? This is it. Nah, we don't know what his charges are. But I'm assuming they're bad. If you don't want to go back that bad. He's talking about it's going to be war. They ain't signing him because they think it's funny.
Now the last matter is house call and Mr. Hood, YC house call.
Some matters.
Very good. All right, he's got 2 matters. First one is probation matter, CR 2022-123630, class 3 felony. I think that's an, he's on probation for aggravated assault or deadly weapon or dangerous instrument, a class 3 felony.
Turn the
domestic violence complaint, alleged to violate 2, 7, 12, and 21.
Hey, I don't
lawyer for him.
I don't think he's gonna make it out out of this jail without getting there's some pause put on him, if you will. He's definitely gonna run into the reality check. No, because he's a loudmouth.
Not taking it.
Oh, yeah, he will. Oh, hell yeah, he will. Hey, and if you haven't done so, hey, please do so. Hit that follow button. You know, I know you guys like watching these type of outbursts and these type of situations. So hit that follow.
201 West Jefferson Superior Court for the arraignment hearing.
Who we talking about? He's gone already. El compa, el amigo.
He's not. He must contact probation within 72 hours. Can't possess any weapons. Can't contact the original victim or victims. Can't consume any alcohol, no drugs.
Hey, Lynn, thank you for the follow. Highly appreciate that.
Okay. And pursuant to Rule 7.2C, he'll be held without bond.
It was Kareem. First name was Kareem.
He's charged with aggravated assault.
Last name was Shockley or something like that. Or Shockery. It was kind of like Sean Connery.
Aggravated domestic violence, class 5 felony.
Kareem, yeah, Kareem, yep.
Class 6 felony. The aggravated domestic violence and the drug paraphernalia, I do not find
Kareem Shockers.
In regard to the other ones, I do appoint a lawyer for him.
It was like Shockery.
Next court date will be March
Kareem Shockery. Okay, there it is.
For status conference and witness preliminary hearing at this point scheduled for March 5th at 8:30 at 175 West Madison Street. No contact with the alleged victim. No weapons, no alcohol, no drugs. If he gets out, he must contact the probation officer within 72 hours. I'm seeing a cash bond of $250,000. Is that it?
All set? That is part of the record.
Yeah, I couldn't find them. If you guys find them, let me know. Anyways, hey, that's it. It's over. It's over. But we still have one more. In 1 hour and 32 minutes is gonna be the 10 p.m., which will be the last one for the night. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be back for that one, but for sure I'll have it running on. I'll have it running on YouTube, if you will. Check us out at CollectCallFrom on YouTube, and subscribe in both places or follow on TT and subscribe on YT, if you will. Highly appreciate it. Hey Dana, good night. Bree, heck yeah, that was good. Yeah, that one I have to definitely clip that one. Mandatory. That's gonna get clipped. Anyhow, guys, I gotta go ahead and I'm gonna go eat some cookies and milk, if you will. Hey, that last one, that was like the highlight of the night right there. I'm gonna have to cut that one. That one was gold. Yep, that one's gonna get clipped. He's on Instagram. Oh, you found him? What the what? Damn, you're good. Let me see here. Gracias. Anyhow, hey, I do appreciate you guys tuning in. Whether you're dropping comments, whether you're following, whether you're engagement, whether you're a lurker and not saying anything. Good night, Lynn. Good night, James. Appreciate what you do. Hell yeah, I appreciate you guys for tuning in. You know, we had almost about 100 people on one account. We had almost 50 on another, and then we had like 30 on YT. So I appreciate you guys. Anyhow, hey, the stream is going to be still going on YT. Like I said, at CollectCallFrom. Check us out over there. Right here. Bam. Right there and right there. Anyhow, hey, like I said, I do appreciate you guys. I am Collect Call James. You are watching. You have a Collect Call From. And like I said around here, lights like a candle. Once you blow it out, it's lights out. And with that, we are out. A rato. See you at 10. I'll report back. Hey, all right then. Thank you. Thank you, Liz. I'm going to turn on my camera and we'll go ahead and do one of these for good measure. Toasty!
Yep, all rise. Everyone stand, please. We remain standing until the judge tells us to be.
Thank you. You may be seated.
Good evening. This is the time set for the 11 p.m. calendar on February 24th, 2025. The court's orders for the taking of DNA and fingerprints on the first calendar this month shall apply to all matters on this calendar. I'll call you each one at a time to the podium, and I'll provide a second name to sit in the chair right outside of the room. If we can have Mr. Antonio Valenzuela to the podium.
It's right here. Sir, just come in here.
And Mr. Friars to the chair. Good evening, sir. Can I get your name and date of birth?
My name's Antonio Valenzuela, 9/13/1991.
Thank you so much. And can I get the state's appearance?
George Kellerman from the Maricopa County Attorney's Office. Good evening, Your Honor.
Good evening. We are here on 3 cases on the calendar. The first one is a new Superior Court case, and it does include 1 count of armed robbery with a deadly weapon, a Class 2 felony. Probable cause has been found, and I'm going to appoint an attorney to represent you. I'm going to set a status conference on March 3rd at 8:30 in the morning and a preliminary hearing on March 5th at 8:30 in the morning. Next, we're going to talk about your release conditions. Does the state want to put their recommendation on the record?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you. The state considers Mr. Valenzuela to be an extreme and continuing danger within the community. He has committed 3 armed robberies in his relatively youthful age. He served 12 years in the Department of Corrections for armed robbery. He's been released from DOC for, I believe, less than a year and a half. And now he's been arrested for threatening a female employee at the restaurant with a large kitchen knife when she opened the register. He grabbed the money and ran. So the state is requesting a bond of no less than $100,000. State does not object to that being secured appearance. Thank you.
Thank you, counsel. And Mr. Valenzuela, I did see you raising your hand, and I am going to give you an opportunity to speak. However, I don't recommend talking about the facts of this case, as this is being recorded and you don't have an attorney here with you today.
Okay.
With that being said, is there anything you would like to say?
I didn't threaten nobody.
Okay.
I can apologize to the lady that I'm almost sorry that I did this.
Okay.
That's about it.
Thank you, sir. So there are 15 factors in the statute that I have to consider when setting a bond, and that does include the nature and circumstances of the offense charged, whether or not you pose a danger to the community, and any of your past criminal history, and whether or not you have any prior failure to appear. And after reviewing your criminal history and receiving information from the county attorneys, the court is going to set a $100,000 secured appearance bond in this case. If you do post bond, you are going to have written conditions of release you'll need to comply with. It does include not returning to the scene of the alleged crime, no contact with the alleged victim's complaint nor witness. It also appears you're on probation in 2 cases. You will have to contact your probation officer within 72 hours. And because you are on probation in 2 cases, that when you were picked up for this new crime, that is a violation of term 1 in each of those cases. So I'm going to appoint counsel and set a probation revocation hearing on March 3rd at 8:30. That applies to both of your probation cases. You have a secured appearance bond of $500 in each of those cases. So your total secured appearance bond is $1,000. If you do post that again, you do have your written conditions of release, and it will include contacting your probation officer within 72 hours. Did you have any questions regarding your release condition, Mr. Valenzuela?
No, I have no questions.
Okay, thank you, sir. If you'll take a seat out there, they'll bring you your paperwork, okay? And Mr. Kellerman, did you intend on appearing for any other cases?
No, Your Honor. Thank you. Good night.
Thank you. Mr. Frias to the podium, and Mr. Gutierrez to the chair. Good evening. Can I get your name and date of birth?
Eliezer Romero Frias, 6/26/2005.
Thank you, sir. And it does look like we are here on a grand jury warrant that was issued for you. It is for an offense date of May 6, 2024, for an offense of 1 count of unlawful means of transportation, a Class 5 felony. I am going to appoint an attorney to represent you and set an arraignment hearing in the downtown Superior Courthouse on March 4th at 8:30. In this case, you have a secured appearance bond of $5,000. If bond is posted, you have written conditions of release you'll need to comply with, and then you'll need to ensure you attend that hearing to avoid a failure to appear warrant and forfeiture of any bond that you may post. Did you have any questions? All right, if you'll step to your left, I'll give you that paperwork. Mr. Gutierrez to the podium and Mr. Adams to the chair. Good evening. Can I get your name and date of birth?
Yes, it's Abraham Gutierrez, 11/09/2005.
Thank you, sir. And it does look like we are here on a new Superior Court case.
Yeah.
It does include one count of unlawful flight from a law enforcement vehicle, a Class 5 felony, and one count of reckless driving, a Class 2 misdemeanor. Probable cause has been found, and I'm going to appoint an attorney to represent you. You're going to have a status conference on March 3rd at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on March 5th at 8:30. You have a secured appearance bond of $5,000. If bond is posted, you have written conditions of release you need to comply with, and all of that will be included in your paperwork. Did you have any questions?
Yes, I just wanted to say, like about the release conditions. I really need to be like at work, helping my father, with work and being there with him because he's really struggling with our business, because he doesn't speak English, about my release condition. I hope somehow I can convince or be out there with him and help him out.
So I'm not going to change my orders. However, it is a secured appearance bond, meaning you can use a bail bonding company. Bail bonding companies are usually 10% plus collateral. Okay. When you get to the back, they'll give you more information and access to a phone.
Okay, sounds good.
If you'll step to your left, they'll give you that paperwork.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Adams to the podium and Miss Ali to the chair. Good evening, sir. Could I get your name and date of birth?
Lakeith Shaman Adams Jr., 4503.
Thank you, sir. And it does look like we have 3 cases on the calendar, and they're all probation violation warrants. They've alleged you violated terms 2, 3, 4, 7, and 15 of your probation in each of those cases. I'm going to appoint counsel to represent you and set a probation revocation hearing on March 3rd at 8:30. You have a secured appearance bond of $250 in each of your probation cases for a total of $750. If you post that bond, you have written conditions of release to include contacting your probation officer within 24 hours. That will all be included in your paperwork. Did you have any questions?
Judge, I was going to ask you if you could lower my bond just a little bit so that I could get out and help my girlfriend and my family with my baby. And I was currently looking for a job, but I haven't had any luck or anything like that. And I was just going to ask you if you could lower my bond just a little bit.
The bonds will not be lowered today. Thank you, sir. If you'll step to your left, they'll give you your paperwork. Miss Ali or Ali to the podium and Miss Valdez to the chair. Good evening. Could I get your name and date of birth?
Nafisa Ali, June 6, 1999.
Thank you, ma'am. And it does look like we have 3 cases on the calendar here. First one is a new Superior Court case, and it does include one count of prostitution, a Class 5 felony. Probable cause has been found, and I am going to appoint an attorney to represent you. You're going to have a status conference on March 3rd at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on March 5th at 8:30. In this case, you have a secured appearance bond of $500. It does look like you're on probation in 2 additional cases, and so when you were picked up for this new charge, it is a Term 1 violation. You have a secured appearance bond of $50 in each of those cases. And I'm going to appoint counsel in the probation cases, and you'll have a probation revocation hearing March 3rd at 8:30. So your total secured appearance bond between the 3 cases is $600. If that bond is posted, you do have written conditions of release you'll need to comply with. It does include contacting your probation officer within 72 hours. All of that will be in your paperwork. Did you have any questions?
No.
Okay, if you'll step to your left, they'll give you your paperwork. Ms. Valdez to the podium. And Mr. Ashton to the chair. Good evening. Can I get your name and date of birth?
Janet Valdez, 199.
Thank you, ma'am. It does look like you're here on a probation violation warrant for allegations of violating terms 4, 5, and 15 of your probation.
Can I ask you a question?
Hold on 1 moment. Hold on. I'll give you an opportunity. I am going to appoint an attorney to represent you and set a probation revocation hearing on March 3rd at 8:30. You have a secured appearance bond of $500. If your bond is posted, you have written conditions of release to include contacting your probation officer within 72 hours. Now, what was your question, ma'am?
How did that violate I just came from Valley Hospital? And she literally told me if I go to cash, she's going to arrest me. I want a different PL doing full time. Because I'm getting tired with this PO. She was threatening me about putting me in jail already.
So I don't have any control over
For housing.
So I don't have control over your probation officer, but I am appointing an attorney to represent you, so that may be
So
something you can discuss.
you have no
with your
control of my PO, but I'm not on probation. That makes no sense to me.
Correct. I don't have control over the probation department, okay? All right, can Mr. Ashton to the podium and Mr. Campbell to the chair?
Dominic Aston? Dominic? Oh, yes, so Mr. Aston is, at LBJ, ma'am.
Okay.
LBJ site. He's under medical supervision.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Campbell to the podium? And Kale to the chair? Good evening, can I get your name and date of birth?
Colton Campbell, 060599.
Thank you, sir. And it does look like you are here on a probation violation warrant with allegations you violated terms 3, 5, and 15 of your probation. I'm going to appoint an attorney to represent you and set a probation revocation hearing on March 3rd at 8:30. You have a secured appearance bond of $250 in this case. If bond is posted, you'll have written conditions of release to include contacting your probation officer within 24 hours. All of that will be in your paperwork. Did you have any questions?
I've been homeless, so that's why I haven't been able to report or anything. So I have no way to get there or no phone to call them.
Okay, I would recommend talking to your attorney about that to see if there's any programs they can enter you into for that, okay?
All right.
Okay, if you step to your left, they'll give you your paperwork. Kale Acue to the podium and Paige Baheen to the chair. Good evening, could I get your name and date of birth?
Calais Cacao, 8795.
Thank you, and I apologize for mispronouncing your name. I didn't realize I got them both wrong. Looks like you're here on two cases. The first one is a new justice court case. It includes one count of driving with a license that was suspended, revoked, or canceled, a Class 1 misdemeanor, and one count of reckless driving, a Class 2 misdemeanor. Probable cause has been found, and I am going to appoint an attorney to represent you. You'll have an arraignment hearing in the East Mesa Justice Court on February 27th at 8:30 in the morning. You also are here on a direct complaint that was filed against you for an offense date of October 9th, 2024, and it includes 2 counts of aggravated DUI, a Class 4 felony. I'll appoint counsel in that case as well, and you'll have a status conference March 3rd at 8:30. That's in the downtown Superior Courthouse on Madison Street, and a preliminary hearing on March 5th at 8:30. You have a $50 secured appearance bond in each case for a total of $100.
Okay.
If bond is posted, you have written conditions of release you'll need to comply with, and then you'll need to ensure you get to those 3 hearings. They are at 2 different locations because one is a justice court case and the other one is a superior court case. Dates, times, and addresses will be in your paperwork. Did you have any questions?
No, ma'am.
All right, if you'll step to your left, they'll give you that paperwork, sir. Thank you. Can I have Paige to the podium and Manuel Granada to the chair? Good evening. Can I get your name and date of birth?
Paige Barron, 82604.
Thank you, ma'am. It does look like you're here on a probation violation warrant with allegations you violated terms 3, 5, and 15. I'm going to appoint an attorney to represent you and set a probation revocation hearing. That'll be March 3rd at 8:30. You have a secured appearance bond of $50 in this case. If bond is posted, you have written conditions of release to include contacting your probation officer within 72 hours. Did you have any questions? All right, if you'll step to your left, they'll give you that paperwork. Mr. Granada to the podium. And Jaden McLaren to the chair. Good evening. Could I get your name and date of birth?
Manuel Lopez Granado,
And your date of birth?
7/18/70.
Thank you, sir. It does look like we are here on a new Superior Court case. It does include one count of narcotic drug possession, a Class 4 felony, one count of resisting arrest, Class 6 felony, and one count of obstructing a highway or a public thoroughfare, a Class 1 misdemeanor. For purposes of this hearing only, I am not finding probable cause as to the resisting arrest. I am finding probable cause to the other 2 charges. I'm going to appoint counsel to represent you and give you some hearings. You'll have a status conference March 11th at 8:30, and a preliminary hearing on March 13th at 8:30. I am releasing you to pretrial services. You have written conditions of release you'll need to comply with. You'll also be given an envelope. You need to follow the instructions in the envelope and contact pretrial services once you've been released. Did you have any questions, sir?
No, ma'am.
Okay, just up to your left, they'll give you that paperwork. Jaden to the podium and Ladora Sanchez to the chair. Good evening. Can I get your name and date of birth?
Jaden McLaurin, 03/17/2004.
Thank you, ma'am. And it does look like we are here on a new Superior Court case. It does include 1 count of aggravated assault, serious physical injury, a Class 3 felony, 1 count of threat, Class 1 misdemeanor, and 1 count of disorderly conduct, a Class 1 misdemeanor. For purposes of this hearing only, I am not finding probable cause as to the aggravated assault. That doesn't mean that the charges will be dismissed by the state, but I am not including that in my decision today. I am finding probable cause as to the other 2 counts. I'm going to appoint an attorney and set a status conference on March 11th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on March 13th at 8:30. I am releasing you to pretrial services. You have written conditions of release you'll need to comply with. It does include having no contact with any alleged victims, complainants, or witnesses. If you do reside with any alleged victim, you will have to find a temporary residence. You can contact law enforcement for 1 civil standby if you do need to collect any personal belongings. You'll also receive an envelope with your paperwork. You will need to contact pretrial services once you've been released. Did you have any questions?
No.
Okay, just up to your left, they'll give you that paperwork. Thank you. Ladora Sanchez to the podium and Mr. Marquez Vasquez to the chair. Good evening. Could I get your name and date of birth?
Ladora Sanchez, 7/11/68.
Thank you, ma'am. It does look like we are here on a new Superior Court case. It does include 1 count of dangerous drug possession, a Class 4 felony, and 1 count of criminal trespass in the 1st degree, a residential yard, a Class 1 misdemeanor. Probable cause has been found, and I'm going to appoint an attorney to represent you. You're going to have a status conference on March 11th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on March 13th at 8:30. I am releasing you to pretrial services. You do have written conditions of release to include not returning to the scene of the crime, no contact with any alleged victims, complainants, or witnesses. You'll receive all of that in your paperwork along with an envelope. You need to follow the instructions in the envelope and contact pretrial services once you've been released. Did you have any questions, ma'am?
No.
Okay, if you'll step to your left, they'll give you your paperwork.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Mr. Marquez Vasquez to the podium. Good evening. Do we have a Spanish interpreter on the line?
Hi, yes, my name is Judy, ID number 406170.
Thank you, ma'am. Good evening, sir. Could I get your name and date of birth?
Humberto Márquez.
Buenas tardes, yo seré su intérprete. Buenas tardes, señor. ¿Me puede dar su nombre y fecha de nacimiento?
Humberto Márquez, 24 de marzo del 86.
86. Humberto Márquez, March 24, 86.
Thank you, sir. And it does look like we have 2 cases on the calendar.
Gracias, señor. Y parece que tenemos 2 casos en el calendario.
The first one is a new Superior Court case.
El primero es un nuevo caso de la Corte Superior.
And it includes 1 count of narcotic drug possession, a Class 4 felony.
Incluye posesión de droga narcótica, lo cual es un delito de clase 4.
Probable cause has been found, and I'm appointing an attorney to represent you.
Causa probable se ha encontrado y le estoy asignando a un abogado para que lo represente.
You're going to have a status conference on March 11th at 8:30.
Usted va a tener una conferencia de estatus el 11 de marzo a las 8:30.
And a preliminary hearing on March 13th at 8:30.
y una audiencia preliminaria el 13 de marzo a las 8:30.
You also have a warrant from the El Mirage Municipal Court.
También tiene una orden de arresto de parte de la Corte Municipal de El Mirage.
This warrant was issued in 2010 relating to a DUI.
Esta orden se le puso en el 2010 relacionado a conducir bajo la influencia.
I am going to appoint an attorney in this case.
Le voy a estar asignando a un abogado para este caso.
And set an arraignment hearing on March 11th at 8 a.m.
And this is the interpreter, just to confirm, March 11th at 8 a.m.?
That's correct, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Y voy a establecer una audiencia de arreglo para el 11 de marzo a las 8 de la mañana.
I am releasing you on your own recognizance. That's your promise to appear at these hearings.
Lo estoy dejando en libertad bajo su propia promesa de que usted va a ir a estas audiencias.
You'll have written conditions of release you'll need to comply with, and everything will be included in your paperwork.
Usted va a tener unas condiciones por escrito de los cuales tiene que cumplir cuando se le dé la libertad, y lo va a tener por escrito en sus papeleos.
Did you have any questions, sir?
¿Tiene usted alguna pregunta, señor?
No, está bien. ¿Voy a salir libre ahorita aquí?
No. Would I be released right now here?
It takes about 4 to 6 hours for them to process you.
Se tarda de 4 a 6 horas para que lo puedan procesar.
Okay.
If you'll step to your left, they'll hand you that paperwork.
O si pasa al lado izquierdo, ellos le van a brindar los papeleos.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Gracias.
And thank you, Madam Interpreter. I believe that is our only case for this calendar.
Okay, you're very welcome. Thank you. You have a good evening.
You too. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Case number 1, Spencer Thompson, will proceed as a house call, date of birth December 19th, 1989. We are here on a probation violation warrant with allegations of violating terms 1, 3, 5, and 15. I am appointing counsel and setting a probation revocation hearing on March 3rd at 8:30. I am affirming the secured appearance bond of $2,500. He will have written conditions of release to include contacting his probation officer within 72 hours. If anything changes after I meet with him, I will update the written record. Case number 3, Cameron Figueroa, date of birth January 13th, 1991, will also proceed as a house call due to being uncooperative. We are here on a new Superior Court case. It does include 1 count of resisting arrest, a Class 6 felony. Probable cause has been found, and I am appointing counsel to represent him. I am setting a status conference on March 11th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on March 13th at 8:30. I am releasing him on his own recognizance. That's his promise to appear. He has written conditions of release he'll need to comply with, and if anything changes after I meet with him, I will update the written record. Case number 20, Dominic Ashton, date of birth May 7th, 2002, will proceed as a house call due to him being in medical. We are here on a probation violation warrant with allegations of violating terms 1, 4, 7, and 15. I am appointing counsel and setting a probation revocation hearing on March 3rd at 8:30. I am affirming the secured appearance bond, I'm setting a secured appearance bond in this case of $500. If bond is posted, he has written conditions of release to include contacting his probation officer within 72 hours. If anything changes after I meet with him, I will update the written record. We will now stand in recess until the 5 a.m. calendar.